Alrighty, howdy Dane do's it. Rise.
How's it
Hello?
going? Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, alright. Alrighty. Everything's good. What about you, Planetary? You okay? Planetary?
Sounds like it's 5 minutes or longer than your 5 minutes.
Maybe I'm just not considerate. I'm a fool. Well, we're gonna let's see if we can get Planetary in if you can hear us before we officially get started.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, there we go.
Yes, I am here.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I just texted you just in time.
Yes, I am here. I am ready.
I think I should lower the music just a little bit. Give me a sec.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Howdy, Dane Dude does a y'all. Welcome on in. Hope you're ready to have some fun. But before we do, I need to get two bullet points out of the way before we officially get started. Just a couple of two things. One, I just want to advise to y'all that if y'all are watching over on JorGoGo or watching over on Planetary on Twitch, that this is not a child-friendly stream. Viewer discretion is heavily advised. At least to me, I mouth like a sailor and I do make dirty jokes. So, if you're squeamish to that sort of thing, or if it's not your cup of tea, or again, if you're a child, then you should probably either leave the stream right now, press that little red X over at the corner right now, or just proceed with caution. You know, I can't really force anybody to leave, so like, let this be a general warning for all of you, pretty much. Okay, bullet point number 2. If you have it, for those who are watching over on YouTube, over on my side, be sure to check out my social media, my Discord, and check out my coffee page. All of the links will be down below. So that's all I had to say. My name is JorGoGo. Howdy do da day. All right, who's next?
Well, I'll actually throw in this particular intro for your side. For people who don't know me, I am Planetary from the Planetary Ashes, one of JorGoGo's good friend. And like as always, as I said in the intro as well, this stream is not family friendly. This one is not for the faint of heart. There are some occasions where we can go off our dial, me included. I tend to go over the 100 miles per hour into the complete fuck off for a second. But yes, also in this particular stream, our opinion is our own opinion when we look at our particular tier list. You may say this particular game or this particular item should be on the top tier list. We can hear you, but this is particularly our own tier opinion, and our choice is final. So please, whether you're watching my stream or watching his stream, please do understand that whatever we choose is our choice and our choice alone. We're good at having opinions, but our opinions is what really counts. So please do understand it. That's my intro done. Who we got left? Dren.
So, hello everyone. I'm Dren Hanamata. I'm currently on a phone right now because my computer is once again kaput, and I hate it.
Yes.
So now I'm taking advantage of JorGoGo and Planetary by having them have me on their streams.
We got a
channel.
leech here. I'm kidding.
Now, throughout the weekend, or whichever weekends we're talking about, me and JorGoGo have actually been talking to each other to figure out what particular tier list that we're going to be looking at throughout our first stream. Due to the fact that Dren doesn't have his PC working, and now he's hoping that all three of us have our PC working, because I like to play some retro games. But we decided to best suit it off with going throughout some tier lists. And we have actually gone through the whole tier list to actually search some particular tier list that is particularly funny for us. Especially, Dren, we actually got 2 of them for you. But we are going to be saving that one for last because I know you love your Zelda games. I know you love it. And I'm pretty sure and I'm pretty sure you will chew us up and spit us out. So we'll save that one for last. We'll save that one for last.
We traveled through the entire website for y'all's entertainment. So pretty much we saved over 10, I think. So
Yes,
buckle up. Buckle up.
Yes. So, what particular tier... I think the very first tier list that we should look at, and I think we should actually revisit it, because who knows if anything has changed over the time, is... Should we look over our fast food joint?
Oh, hell yeah, bitch, I'm hungry.
Yeah, speaking of hungry, I had my breakfast. Okay, so the particular tier list we're looking at is the best fast food and fast casual restaurant tier list market. Now, unlike your hunky dory, I'm Australian, so I actually know jack shit of American fast food joints.
Do you know...
Except for some.
So there's like a lot of these you don't recognize?
The only thing that I recognize is Domino's, KFC, McDonald's, and I think I actually have seen some of the things here. Taco Bell and Subway. Those are the only 5 I know.
I gotcha.
Yes.
So do we just want to start from the beginning?
Start from the beginning? Yes. So, JorGoGo.
All right, so A&W. I know they're like the root beer company, but I didn't know they offered food, so I wouldn't know. Like if that's like a restaurant that they own, I wouldn't know anything about it. I didn't even know they had a restaurant. If they did, if this is a restaurant, I mean.
I think it's kind of like a sports bar.
Ah, okay, makes sense.
I think it's like Applebee's in regards to a sports bar, but like the food isn't nearly as bad.
Applebee's.
Oh dear.
You know? So, hold on. Yeah, pretty much. As far as I know, I like the root beer.
The root beer is good. Yeah, that's like the the only thing that I can say that is good from A&W.
Have
you know what? Again, I started to wish that I could actually fly over to America to actually experience your fast food and fast casual restaurants, but sadly, I'm flat broke, so I can't actually experience any of those things. But if I end up having root beer, you might as well just put me. You might as well just put me in the corner because I get drunk very quickly. So no root beer.
Yeah. Hey, Ice, welcome on into the stream. I would play the soundboard for you, but sadly it won't work through Discord. But, hey, yeah, how you doing today? We're just going through some tier lists with some friends. Welcome on into the stream. All right, so where are we gonna put A&W? Because it seems like Dren, have you actually been inside an A&W?
I have not.
I didn't even know they had a restaurant at all. So where are we gonna? Yeah, well, let's put it down at never had.
Never had. Okay. Never had. Never ever. Never have I ever had all American food. A&W. Okay. Arby's.
Okay, I have a very controversial opinion about Arby's. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of their whole menu. Not a fan. But the curly fries are like the top tier fries to die for. They're like the best. May I say, it's like out of all the places you can get fries, like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, they don't compare to like the curly fry.
Oh my god.
It just does not compare. It is delicious.
So you're just there for the curly fries.
Yes.
Not the whole meal.
Very much so.
This isn't a fry tier list. This is a the whole restaurant tier list. So I'm afraid your points are probably gonna go a little lower.
Yeah, but like I would. Yeah, you're right because like once you're driving around, once you're making a trip, my personal opinion, I would not go to Arby's like just for fries because I would want to get like something else to go along with it, like a drink and a meal, the whole shebang. So if I'm going there just for fries, like so what would be the point of that? I'm not a big fan of their like roast beef sandwiches or not a big fan of like their menu, but it's just the fries. I like the fries a lot.
Sorry, say that again. Roast beef sandwiches?
Yeah, they have. They have roast beef sandwiches.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it's like a cheddar. Like they'll do a cheddar and beef. Like it's thinly sliced, like for sandwich.
Yeah. No. You don't do that. You don't do that with roast meals. You don't. That's what. That's what it's cold.
Yeah, imagine if it does get cold.
Okay, this is like a potential like cultural difference, maybe.
Yeah, because how I have roast meal, I don't put it on a sandwich. I actually leave it on a plate. That's how you're supposed to eat roast meals. You have your vegetables, you have your roast meat, rather than being whether it be roast lamb, roast beef, roast chicken. You have it all on a plate with your mashed potatoes, and then you got your corn on the cob, and then.
See, at least around here, at least in Southeast America, it's a pretty normal thing that if you have like at least leftover, like if you have like leftover roast or leftover ham or something like that, a lot of people like to go ahead and throw it in a sandwich.
Okay, I'll accept that.
I mean, as for to an Australian person, thus us Americans are going through diabetes pandemic, so take that as you will.
If it exists, we'll probably find a way to make it a sandwich.
Exactly. There's like I think somewhere in Washington makes fried butter. Believe it or not.
George Washington makes fried butter.
Like somewhere in Washington, I want to say it's Washington. It's either Washington or New York. I can't remember. But they were making like fried butter, like just bread, butter sticks. Just fry it.
Yeah, battered.
So like, we will just eat anything. Us Americans will just eat anything. But going to what you were talking about, roast beef. I'm sorry if this is like going off topic, but when you were talking about roast beef with the vegetables, it reminded me of whenever I do roast beef, sometimes we usually add like cabbage to it and also cooked carrots. This is a personal thing with me. What's weird about me is that my favorite vegetable is carrots. I love carrots, but I despise it when they're cooked.
Huh.
Is that weird to any of you? I love them raw. I will eat carrots out of the bag. I will get like a huge like juicer thing of carrots, and I will eat all of it. Just I don't like it cooked at all.
Well, definitely.
Hey, Mega Dub, welcome on in. Welcome on in. We're doing some tier lists with some friends. I'm hungry. I want beef. Just not roast beef on a sandwich. Maybe go to Arby's with the fries. Just not for anything else.
As far as Arby's goes, I will definitely have to say, I like to go in and get their cheddar brisket. It's got cheddar barbecue sauce on it.
Cheddar brisket with barbecue sauce.
Well, I don't have sauce. I don't know how to explain the sauce though. But I generally like to get that whenever I do go.
Fair enough. So, final verdict of where Arby's is going?
Mine's a C.
Well, mine is never had, so I can't judge. JorGoGo?
Do you know this Mega Dub person, by the way?
No. Hey, oh,
Ah, you don't? Okay. Uh,
It's his alt account. Don't listen to him.
let's see. Let's see. I would put it uh over on
You put it on
C.
F for
I would put it on C because the fries are really up there. Just like everything else is just like knocking it down.
so C it is then.
oh wait, C for curly fries. There you go.
C for curly
Okay.
fries. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Baja Fresh. That's Mexican and grill. I actually have something somewhat similar to Baja Fresh. We have a Mexican restaurant that goes by the name of Zamboros. So I think Baja Fresh and Zamboros can actually be intertwined as one for now.
I'm not sure I've had it before. I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know how similar it is to just other places in general.
What about you,
Baja
Go
Fresh
Go?
Mexican Grill. I don't think I ever went to this place before. And I usually try to like go out to a whole bunch of like grill orientated places, you know?
Mm-hmm. Grilled orientated places. Yes. For me, I even alone I don't know what Baja Fresh is, but I do have a feeling they kind of have a kind of similarity to Zomboros because Zomboros, because they actually make great nacho chips meals to it. Or actually, I won't assume. I think I haven't actually seen it, so guess it's never had for all of us.
Sounds like
Okay, so never had for all of us because none of us have actually seen a Baja Fresh. None of us have actually been to a Baja Fresh. Okay, you know what? I have actually came to realize that there is a lot of Subway sandwiches, like sandwiches stores. I see blimps. I see Firehouse subs. I see Subway, and I see Jersey Mike subs. Should we
Quiznos.
actually? Yeah. Should we tackle all four, like all five of them, as they're pretty much the same suit, just
we can.
I guess.
different name? Yeah.
I never heard of Blimpie either.
You haven't heard of Blimpie. Okay.
No.
So, none of us have heard of Blimpie.
I feel like that one was stuck in our mind if we knew about it. It'd be one of those like
Yeah.
super obscure things. Like that's what that place was called. It was called Blimpie. That's what it was called. Years. And it's like it's been shut down for 20 years.
Blimpie, never heard of ya.
Now, Blimpie, never heard of ya. Alright. So, Firehouse subs. What have you guys heard about it?
Firehouse. Okay, so
I've-
they're all right. I only went there a couple of times, but I do like their the meat. What is it called? Meatball marinara sandwiches. That's like the only thing I got from there. Other than that, I don't really have much experience from it.
I do.
Alright,
I know-
let's see yours, Jen.
It's it's the best. Like out of all the sub places, that's so far the best in my opinion.
So far, the best. So, just straight up,
Yeah, like
the best.
well, okay. Like hear me out, and you may have heard this before. Subway pisses me off. Subway
Yeah.
pisses me off because I don't like the system where you can't just order a sandwich and then they make the sandwich and then say, okay, what else do you want to add to it? You can't do that. Like you can't go in and ask for a BLT with ranch or something like that. No, you have to go through every single ingredient. Like I get the bread, okay? They have different breads. Okay, that's fair. A BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato. Put the things on, and then I will tell you if I want to add them. Like, and
Give me here. I'll
it
do it
is
myself.
yeah, pretty much. I can make my own sandwich, damn it. But like Subway pisses me off. So, but Firehouse Subs, it's super straightforward. The service is normally pretty fast, and it's pretty delicious. I like to get the smokehouse cheddar brisket, leave the mayo. It's delicious. I mean, it's a little pricey, but it's a lot more worth it. It's definitely packed better with more
Mm.
ingredients.
Yeah. I will actually have to agree with you, but I'll save that story once we get to Subways. So, Firehouse Sub is the best, as Dren puts it, and
In
both me and JorGoGo haven't tried it yet, have we?
what's the
I
next?
can't really give too much of an opinion on Firehouse Subs, to be honest with you. Like, I only been there like a couple of times. It's usually like it's in a plaza to like where I don't really like go in and out of. I don't really go out of my way to go to Firehouse Subs half of the time.
Mm,
Right.
So
Yes.
like, I can't really like say like give it like an opinion on Firehouse Subs, to be honest with you.
hmm Fair enough. Fair enough. I think for now we'll just leave it at the best. All right.
Or-
Now I'll see another one. Jersey Mike's subs.
I've had Jersey Mike's. I haven't had enough, but what I did have of it, I'd give it a solid C.
What about you, JorGoGo?
Oh, what are we talking about, Bojangles?
No,
Oh,
no, no,
sorry.
no, no. We're
So,
getting rid of all the subway, like all the
oh,
sandwich places.
this Megadeth person was just like taking up all my chat. Like, what the hell?
Oh, did he? Did he just? Is he just dumping like crazy?
Yeah, like you. I was asking, do you know this guy? And you were like, no. And I'm assuming it's like just a troll. So I got rid of him. Anyway, back to the show. Jersey Mike's. Uh, never heard of him.
Really?
No, are they? Where are they? Yeah, I've never heard of them.
Oh no.
I am
I
sorry
tried.
if that offended some of you.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be honest. I again haven't been there, haven't tried it. So Dren, looks like it's just all on you again.
Like I said, we had it once. A solid C. Like it's not bad. Service is pretty quick and stuff. It's right there in front of you. You get to watch them slice it, so it's almost like in a little show. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I probably would have had a better experience if I got a different sandwich because you can get things Mike's way, which is like it has like a vinaigrette on it and stuff.
Mm,
So it's like, I probably would have gone without that. Makes
mm.
sense for the vinaigrette, but it was all right.
Hey, Queen Zonia, welcome on into the stream. Welcome,
Fair enough. Fair
welcome. We're
enough.
just doing some tier list. Welcome on in, Zonia. How you doing tonight?
Hello, Queen Sonia. Here we go. Now, the story that I have been saving up for is actually Subway. Uh, all right. Now, Dren, I know you had your hoo-ha about Subway, but allow me to actually share my hoo-ha with Subway as well.
Shit.
Now, don't get me wrong. I actually love my Subways, and I do like it a lot. But I have to agree, there is some people who do not listen carefully, and it all comes down to who you're talking to, like who is able to listen and who is able to understand the order a little bit more better. Um, and that happened to me twice because I actually did say, like, I always say this because I always love my wraps because I don't have it in bread anymore because of because I had braces before, but now I just enjoy having it in wraps. What happened was there, and this happened twice, mind you. Two people actually stuffed up the order, and I had to say, you may need to go back because that's not what I wanted, and like not in a very not in a very mean, not in a mean way, but in a very polite way. It's like, yeah, you actually you actually misheard me. I did say large white wrap. I didn't say large white bread. Thank you. But but when it comes to a Subway in a like in one of those fast track hours, it gets packed very very quick, and the servers go haywire, going from left to right, left to right, right to left, left to right, and they just don't know what they're doing. Oh, like, yeah, just I don't always say this to them. It's like, stick with one person, finish them off before you actually get to me, because me, I like to wait till the others are finished. Finish them before you get to me. It's like,
Yeah, I could be kind of the same way myself. Hey, it is Planetary Queen Sonia. It is Planetary himself. Say hello. Just stopping by. Alrighty. I'm kind of the same way with you. But personally with me, if most of not likely, if they get it wrong, then whatever order I get, I usually get. It's like, if I ask for like for example, a meatball marinara, but instead they gave me a tuna one by accident. Just a tuna salad sub, right? I don't know if that's a thing, but if I get that, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm having tuna salad today.
yeah,
I don't. I feel awkward about like going up and like being one of those people like, hey, you got this wrong. Can I get the one I actually ordered?
I know.
Because I used to be in that position. I used to like be in a fast food position. So I understand where they're like with their position. But then again, this just could be just gotten wrong on accident, you know? So I just want to be like, I just want to leave them be, you know?
Yeah.
Because and I kind of get it, because like you don't know if the person you're going to be looking at is going to be like, oh, what are you trying to do? Get a free sandwich out of this?
Yeah. Even though, like, the employee could get in trouble for that, but that's still a thing that could happen, and it'll make you feel really awkward about being in that position.
They're not paid enough to give a crap about your problems. They're just trying not to get fired.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but to me, it starts with the system that Subway uses. Like, it forces you in a position where normally you have to deal with two people before you actually get your order. If it's in a Walmart, it's going to be hard to hear because they're right next to the vegetables, which also have those big fans that are right to it. And so, like, you're like, oh, I want some tomato. And they go, okay. And then they put mayo. And I'm like, said tomato. And you're just kind of like,
no
okay.
extra mayo. Got it.
And they just put it in the mayo. It was like, no.
They give you just a sandwich that's nothing but mayo.
Oh God,
it's not fair.
Oh God, even when I say this every single time, I said a little bit of lettuce and a little bit of carrot. They just put in a fucking handful of lettuce and a handful of carrot. I was just like, do you know what a little is? Like, I don't say it outright to them. I just say it to my head. It's like, you don't know what I mean by a little bit of lettuce and a little bit of carrot. I'm actually asking just a little bit of lettuce and a little bit of carrot. Because I don't want to go to the toilet just with the screaming squirts with lettuce.
Yeah.
For me, I'll give Subway a C.
Yeah, it's like the one Subway is like the one that everybody knows, but like most of them, you know, as dimmed down. Like personally, I miss the $5 footlong, especially if y'all remember those commercials like $5. Remember that $5 footlong? It's like
that's how they get you. It's not a foot long. They've proved it. It's not even bread. It's got so much sugar in it. It's technically cake.
It's still a time that I missed.
And they were blatantly, and like, of course, they didn't break the legal line, but they were blatantly talking bad about Quiznos by calling it wrong way, and it was just like a really shitty ad campaign.
Plus, let's not forget the CEO of Subway. That's a whole nother rabbit hole to dig into. Well, Subway is okay. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Queen Sonia. Subway is like decent. It's all right.
It's
It's a D for
decent.
me.
Okay, so a D for Dren, JorGoGo.
I would give it. Yeah, I would give it a. Well, I won't exactly give it a. Now you know what, D, because it is kind of expensive now.
All right.
It is
so
kinda
D is
pricey.
always a C.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. When has it ever been just $5? And I don't mean like plus tax, but if you want a drink if you want a drink and like a bag of chips, it's $7.50 or something. Generally,
Yeah. Okay.
We know Subway is just it's just okay. I won't go there and order, but if one of my friends, then why not? Yeah, it's when I was at school, we used to have like a Subway right beside us. So like when I remember that day when we were out for the summer, we all my friends, all of us just like went over to Subway and decided to eat. I thought this is not horrible. But like, I still remember that time, just like getting out of school and like eating. It was a memorable time. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the trash food.
Oh yeah, that trashy food. Oy. All right, and let's go back to where we were. Bojangles.
there's some places.
Bojangles? Okay,
Oh
so
wait, hang on, is there one more sub places that we're missing?
There's John's and there's Quiznos.
Oh, Peachons. Wait.
Next to Jack and Jillaby.
Jack and Jillaby.
JJ.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
Jimmy Jones. Yep. Oh.
Yeah.
Jimmy John. Oh, Jimmy John's good. At least in my opinion. Jimmy John's is great. I love the interior and the inside. It's kind of, I wouldn't say it's gimmicky to me, but I like how on a smaller building it is. At least to me, again. And the food, I liked it better than Subway.
I give them a B.
Yeah, they are pretty good.
All
I
right.
like to throw them on. I like to get my sandwich as a wrap from them. Lettuce wrap.
Jollibee is amazing. Where is Jollibee? There's Jollibee.
I don't know about. I don't know.
Is
There's also
Jollibee, Zonia, is Jollibee a sub place? Cause I don't know. Dren doesn't know. Planetary, do you know?
No, I don't know because I haven't been to America yet, so I don't know.
I thought it was like a brand of bread or something. I don't know.
All right, is there one more sub place that
It says Filipino hell spawn. What? It's like McDonald's. Oh, okay. Oh, it's basically Filipino McDonald's. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Right next to Roy Rogers, above off Wawa, below the.
Oh, Quiznos. I remember Quiznos. It's above Wawa. Yeah, you were just.
Oh. Yeah, I see it.
For some reason, I remember Quiznos. I remember eating from there. I remember we had it. And then I guess it closed down. I recognize the logo. I recognize it. I remember going there. But for some reason, I don't remember anything about it, what they serve. I just know that it's there.
I was gonna say Subway took over a lot of their old spots,
Yeah, they did.
like in random, but they weren't bad.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
remember, not hating it. I went back for a reason.
Yeah. Well, also you didn't have to worry about the way you got a sandwich. You could just tell them the sandwich you wanted, and they gave it to you. They're like, "Oh, you want anything else added to it?" Oh yeah, I'll get some extra, super sauce or whatever.
They ruined spaghetti for you, Ice? Oh no. I'm still waiting. I'm still trying to buy their chicken sandwich. Oh, no, their chicken sandwich machine is broken. Oh no.
Oh dear.
The pocket pies are addictive though. I want to try that. Is it like a sweet pie or is it like a chicken pot pie in a way or a beef pie? So yeah, Quiznos. Again, guys, I apologize if I like keep going like back and forth. I'm trying to keep up with y'all, and I'm trying to keep up with chat. So
That's
my
right.
apologies if I go back and forth. Now I kind of now have to in case of that mega dub person comes back.
Oh yeah, just do the mega dump.
Now I gotta pay attention.
I'd put Quiznos as a solid C just because I want to make sure it's better than Subway.
Yeah, I can actually understand it. Though I haven't tried Quiznos and haven't been to Quiznos, I think it would be better than Subway's. Alright.
Well, Subway's ad campaign, like when they put the words wrong way, it was Quiznos colors, so you knew that's who they were talking about. And
Oh.
we make sandwiches like this at wrong way. We're better than them, but at no point did they say they were actually good. Like they said, yeah, we're better than them, but they didn't say like, yeah, and we're actually good. They just said we're better. So I was like, yeah, it doesn't mean you're any good.
The audacity to say you're better. Oh,
God damn it. We gotta love when each restaurant's trying to one up each other and they don't know how to do it properly. But just actually, instead of just be all talk, why not you do the walk? Why not you walk the walk and show us that you are better?
tuna pie and peach mango pie. Ooh, tuna pie, y'all.
Tuna, what? Tuna,
That
Tuna
I
pie?
wouldn't mind trying it. I'm an American. Give me a break.
I'm Australian, and I'm very picky with my food at some point.
I'll try something once. Like for example, if there was a food that I want to try at least once, just once. I just want to try haggis just once.
I guess.
Just
The
just one time. That's it. I know what it is. That's why I'm like I at least want to live. Life is short. There's only so much you can do. Why not have some haggis?
Oh my god, you kind of remind me of Owen from um, Total Drama World Tour, how he ate all the haggis.
Excuse me. Then I'm not denying it.
Oh god.
I'm not denying it whatsoever. But that was good. Oh my god.
Alrighty. We're losing track. Alright, Bojangles. Let's hear you two.
All right, chicken place, fried chicken.
Okay, Bojangles. Their biscuits with the hash browns they have on the coffee are to die for, to be honest with you. I love it. I love their breakfast. The only problem is that it is around $8 for the whole thing. The biscuit, the hash browns, and the coffee. It is around $8. And their fried chicken is good, but there are better places around here to get fried chicken, to be honest with you. Popeyes. But Bojangles is decent enough, I like it. I love their breakfast. And the people in there are generally nice. So if it were to me, I would put it at B.
Alright, and Dren, yours?
I've had it twice now, and it was all right. For me, it'd be a C. I wouldn't put it that far up because we have a lot of fried chicken places, and like when you really want to put it together, there's like two really good ones, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as like regular fast food chicken places.
Ah, fair enough.
Popeye's
So-
chicken is fire. Ah, Zonia, you get it.
So,
Right.
Bojangles on T.
I guess the C wins, but that's okay. But Popeyes is
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, Popeye's coming up shortly. Alright, the Boston Market. Okay.
Boston Market.
Never.
I never been there either, but I know of it.
You know of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a restaurant. I
Alright.
always thought it was like an actual food market.
Well, if none of us have been there, we go to never had. Okay, now we're
was gonna
getting into some. Now, now we're getting into some familiar territory. Burger King, or in my country, we call it Hungry Jack's.
Gotcha.
Yes, yes.
Where was it? You said Jack in the Box?
No, 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 no.
Oh.
When you guys have Burger King, we call it Hungry Jack's.
Oh, Burger
Where
King.
I am.
Okay. You were hovering over Jack in the Box. I thought that's what the next one was going to be.
No.
Okay. The thing about Burger King, what is going on with their new ads? I'm going to be real with you. Am I the only one who just finds it annoying? Whopper, 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 Whopper. I know that's is based off of a song. I just can't remember what song it was. That's what annoys me.
I know what you're talking about. It's by Daft Punk. The song you're thinking of.
Harder, better,
Oh,
faster,
no.
stronger?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
Whopper.
oh
Harder, better-
no. Not Daft Punk. Not
Stronger.
Whopper, Whopper.
how dare you use Daft Punk in such a fashion? The food isn't even that good to begin with.
Actually, this might be controversial, but I highly disagree on your opinion. It is tastes good
Really?
from where I am.
Well, I
Yes.
mean, the one that we have, at least, or at least the ones that I've been to, I can think of 3 times where I had to wait like over 45 minutes to almost an hour for my order. I stayed at the window, or we had to like pull over to the side. Like it was that bad, and that was like I remember that happening 3 times.
I can attest to that, but I'll also counter with the service for the Burger Kings here really suck, but I've had really good service in other
Mhm.
places.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know why, but so the local Burger King that used to be around me, less than 20 minutes away, that one shut down. That was part of the
Ooh.
reason because the service took forever. And then
Ooh.
And then you have the one around you, JorGoGo. That
Mhm.
one is still there, but it still takes like half an hour before anyone gets anything.
Exactly.
So-
It's terrible.
and there's no one else in line. So
Yeah.
that-
I'll actually. Sorry, go ahead, Adrian.
I'm sorry. just remembering everything.
I was gonna say that's the part that gets me is there'll be no one else there. It's like they gotta freshly kill the cow to get you this thing.
Which
Like,
would be
before you-
okay if it was that fresh, going through the process and everything, but it's not that. It's by the time
This is-
we get the food, it's like cold. Straight out of the freezer, y'all. Hope you brought a microwave with you.
What do you think it's at Wendy's? Or fresh, never frozen beef? No, this ain't Wendy's, man. Burger King.
Ooh, this is Burger King. So
I do
I'll
enjoy-
actually, I'll actually counter you two with mine. But the only thing that I'll actually counter with is also, is actually the is the menu logs or whatever that DoorDash. Because they seriously don't know, they seriously miss the order. And though, because most of the time when I have to have Hungry Jacks, I have to actually take about a good 30-minute drive to get to the nearest Hungry Jacks. Way before when there was a Hungry Jacks right next to me, which is about a 10 to 20-minute walk for me, which I actually like going for walks to Hungry Jacks because it actually helps me out to get rid of the glutes in my legs. But yeah, the service there is alright. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes until I can get my food. But it doesn't go stone cold. But the drinks, however, makes me have the runny shits.
Not gonna lie, Burger King fries are tasteless as fuck. You are right about that. Yeah, there's so much better fries to choose from than Burger King. You're right, they are tasteless. No, they don't put any salt in it.
Actually, could I ask a question? In Burger, because I know Hungry Jack's had this, and I wonder if Burger King had done this as well. Didn't you guys had chicken, like actual chicken chips?
Chicken chip.
I
We had
bet-
chicken sticks, but not chicken
Chicken
chips.
sticks. Oh, chicken sticks. Okay, that's close.
Yeah.
Because they. Oh God, I think I remember the last time that some of my family member had those chicken sticks. They got sick by salmonella poison.
Okay,
Really?
Yeah, it was that bad. The chicken sticks was seriously bad.
okay, okay. So you're talking about the chicken fries. They have the regular and they have the spicy.
We're talking
And the
about
chicken,
regular,
huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
Gotcha.
yeah.
Well, so I tried them, and if I had to explain what they tasted like, aside from the breading, it tasted like what was left of the chicken nuggets they didn't print out.
Oh,
It was very unimpressive, and it was like, well, the batter tastes all right, but it's like if the chicken nuggets were like half-hearted, this is like quarter-hearted.
hmm.
So to me, they weren't impressive. To me,
Nah. Uh,
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad they got rid of it. I'm glad they got rid of the chicken fries. Oh, that was so bad. But
Hey
you know what? There's
Isabel,
still...
welcome on in. And yes, it is Dren. Dren, you know Isabel?
yeah.
Isabel's
what?
here in the stream.
Hey,
You know
Isabel.
what? Let's actually talk about dessert.
Dessert?
Burger King.
Wait, they had desserts?
Yes, they do. They have Sundays. They have Sundays.
I don't think ours do. Well, if they do,
Ow.
I don't think I don't think I ever get anything like dessert wise from any places.
Yeah, like if
Okay.
there was anywhere like I would go for desserts, there's so much better places to choose from than Burger King.
Well,
I
I'll
know
actually,
that first.
I'll
Before
actually happily tell you, but the Sundays from Burger King doesn't taste like whipped cream, to be honest, or shaving cream. It actually tastes a little bit better, but some particular flavors just does not mix well. It's good.
Either that or like the person will just tell you, we're out. Like, not even just like the machine's broken. They'll just say, we're out.
Yeah, yeah. A question: do you guys do frozen drinks in Burger King? Do they do frozen drinks?
I think they do.
Like slushies?
Yeah, like slushies.
I wouldn't doubt it if they did.
Yeah, that's pretty standard for most places.
Yeah.
Like they normally have some like an icy machine or something like that. Like
Mhm.
I think you get like a frozen orange Julius or something like that, and it's just like an orange juice slushy. I think.
Yeah. I think I've tried one of their slushies before. It tastes alright. It tastes good. It doesn't taste bad. It doesn't taste like I'm eating snow.
It's a little less than like going to a convenience store,
Mm,
or in regards to ices.
hmm. Okay, I'm actually gonna give Burger King or Hungry Jack's a C for me.
For me, it would be a D. For me, just like personally, because of the Burger King near me, I don't go with her anymore. And like I said, their fries are pretty tasteless. Looking back at the grand scheme of like all the fries like I could choose from,
Oh yeah, I'll
and
agree with you there.
so to me, I just don't really like enjoy it anymore. You know?
Oh, you know what? You know what's wrong? They got rid of the
Uh,
king.
Yeah, you're right.
They
They got rid of the Daddy King.
So now you don't even have the enjoyment of having that freaky mascot around.
F
Just for, that's
F.
what's wrong. You know what? I'm changing. I'm going to D
all right,
because D's gone.
all right. D
Yeah,
wins.
D. Yeah, I would do D. There's also a White Castle restaurant. Oh yeah, there is somewhere in this list. I have an opinion about that. Just wait till we get to it.
All right, yeah, let's save it. I know you're itching for it. I know you're really itching for it, but we'll have to wait.
For a name like Burger
Uh,
King, their burgers are trash. Yeah, you're definitely right. Also, hello, welcome on in. Welcome on in. We're doing some tier lists, and this is the first one we're doing.
Oh yeah, for God, how longs we have done a tier list before. All right.
I never heard of
Canes.
Canes, to be honest with you.
No, have I? What about you, Dren? Have you heard of Canes?
I have not.
All right, then it's never heard. Never heard and never had. Carl's Jr. Oh, that's a burger
For
place.
Hardee's.
Yeah, or I guess over here we call it Hardee's, but like the Hardee's, they're very good. I'm not gonna deny about that. People go to it for a reason. My friends like talk it up sometimes. I haven't been there a lot, but what I do know is that breakfast. Good luck trying to get breakfast from there because like there's already a line as soon as they open. So, good luck.
Yeah,
A lot
you-
about a mile long line.
Yeah, that like pretty much. It's kind of like trying to like going to McDonald's for like midnight munchies. The line goes like like all the way out of the highway, literally. I was there. I got the midnight craving, so I had the choice of either getting fulfilling my munchies or I'm looking at the gas like it's almost empty. Which one should I do? Gas or munchies? Well, I want to make it home, so I'm choosing gas.
wait. No. Yeah. Yeah, this pretty much tends to be the thing. Is even I remember we went to Hardee's, and it was like I think there was one person ahead of us, but it still took half an hour for them to make the food. But the food's pretty good.
Yeah.
I tend to go if it's breakfast, I'll opt in for like the fresco ham and cheese, or if it's lunch, the hot ham and cheese. And now they have the big hot ham and cheese.
It does sometimes
yeah.
take as long as Burger King, but you know, at least the service is good, better than Burger King, and the food is better than Burger King. So, like, you're getting a lot more from Hardee's than you would at Burger King, you know? Plus, the food is like a better selection, at least to me. Like, for example, the forgot what it's called, the Angus mushroom. Forgot what the steakhouse mushroom.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's my wife loves that one. She loves the mushroom Swiss burger. That's what it
Mushroom
is.
Swiss, okay, like stuff like that. You know, you get a better selection.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely put it up to C. I'll put it up in C.
And what about
Yeah.
you, Dren? See, all right.
Yeah, it's a good solid restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're pressed for time, you're taking a gamble.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely.
Taking a gamble, especially with the long line that you mentioned.
I've always I've always would buy something for Dairy Queen ever since they opened in my city. Do we? Oh yeah, there is Dairy Queen. Yep.
There is Dairy Queen. Yep. Actually, Checkers. Let's have a look.
Checkers, to me, this is me. But like whenever we're like going out, going from state to state, either we look for two places to go to, Crystals or Checkers. Those are the two places we go to on the go.
Their service is normally pretty quick.
They are.
I enjoy Checkers. I will say the food, not good for you, but it is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's just travel food, you know. What are the
Yeah.
how many times I do often like go out and travel, you know? Not that very often. So, might as well treat yourself while we're at it. Since we're like already splurging our money on like whatever trinkets and stuff we're going to get.
Yeah, because like they have like they have a lot of like bacon burgers, you know, and they have seasoned fries. You can buy them at Walmart if you want.
Mm.
And like, yeah, it's definitely travel food. It's not good for your health at all, but it is really good.
It definitely isn't. What I don't know what they put on those crystal burgers. It must be crystal meth or something. It must be crack.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
it's
You have the thinnest patty. It's like cardboard thin. It has pickles, cheese is extra, and it has a little bit of mustard. And I will sit there and eat that shit up.
$101 for a Krabby Patty with cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese.
Cheese.
It's the onion sauce. I'm calling it. It's the onions. What I don't know what they put on those onions, but that's it.
Okay. Alrighty. So
Well,
I'd say I think hearing from you two, I think you two are drooling over the fact I don't know whether it is going to be the B or if it's going to be B or the best.
I would put it in B because I don't go there very often. You know, I don't get up much. I don't really like go out, but like whenever I do, like treat myself, whenever I'm traveling, uh, it's either usually Checkers or Crystal.
Mm.
Also,
Crack
this-
where we're about to click on it. We're about to drag it to either the best or B.
I would put
Definitely
it in
recommend
B.
it.
I would put it in B because if you're even remotely health conscious, you're probably not going to choose it. Just to keep that in mind. So, like, right now, I probably would avoid Checkers as a whole.
Just be aware, it's addicting.
It is. It really is. I like
Okay.
all- at least moderately good at minimum.
Okay. Now Chick-fil-A. Now I realize there's a lot of chicken fast food joints as well.
Oh yeah.
Should we tackle them? Let's actually bunch tackle these ones. So we have Chick-fil-A, we have Church Chicken. Oh, well, like a community church chicken. Poor joke. We got KFC. We have Popeye's chicken, and I know where that's going to be going shortly. Popeye's chicken is going to go up the best. We have PDQ, and we have Wingstop, and just a bundle of letters and numbers.
Zaxby's. That's
Zaxby's.
what it is.
Yeah, Zaxby's. Sorry, I am illiterate bastard. I am.
Ah, you're good.
All right. Chick-fil-A.
So Chick-fil-A, too expensive for my blood, but I know it's like the place that everybody goes to. Like everybody goes to Chick-fil-A, but I personally don't. Too expensive for my blood.
Is it really expensive?
To me at least. I remember like maybe it's because I went to the one in a mall. Like I could just got like a small meal, and it costed me like around $11. So I'm like, yep, not again.
I don't know. That seems kind of standard now. Like, you get a meal now, and you're probably gonna spend more than you thought you were.
Yeah, I didn't even add a drink to it though.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
so I'm like, yeah, probably not. Never again.
Fucking sandwich. It's just not gonna do my homework.
Right? It's plus like every time like I pass it whenever I'm like going shopping or something, like going to the grocery store, I always see the lines like pretty packed.
Yeah.
Mm,
So I know it's good. I know people like go to it all the time, but to me, I guess it's just not my thing. A little too pricey for me, and also I'm not willing to like wait in that line for long. Like Burger King already does that for me.
I think I have seen it, but like you said, it's too expensive. I'd rather have something else that is made pretty good with chicken. Unfortunately, there's not many good chicken stores that I know around my area.
But
so-
you want to talk about expensive? Oh, but we're about to get to it.
Okay, all right.
So it's not the worst. I will say it's not the worst, but it's coming up. It's coming up.
Yeah. I don't know. Chick-fil-A. I everyone tells me their service is amazing,
It really
But-
is. Yeah, I will admit that.
but also it is still fast food chicken. Like,
That's ridiculous.
okay. For comparison, what chicken sandwich were people fighting over? Come on. Was it Chick-fil-A? I don't think so. For what it's worth, I don't think. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where to put this.
I would put it over in C. And people talk it up a lot. It's like the hot spot in the South, like the hot spot in the South. But I don't go there. I don't really go there. Maybe because like I'm against the preps or something. I'll leave Chick-fil-A to the plastics.
Plastics.
Away from the plebs.
Away from the plebs. Yep. All right.
All right.
Church's chicken. Let's hear it.
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't really been there in a while. I don't know. I just haven't been there, so I can't really like give a proper opinion on churches. But like, there is better places to get chicken. there is better places.
Alrighty. And Dren?
Biscuits, not impressed by their chicken.
So
Just-
never. So never
No,
had. No.
No, I've had it. It's just not impressive. Like
Yeah.
it's like if we're looking at this tier list as the midpoint being the break line of like what's actually good and what's actually starting to get bad is C and D. I'd probably put it in D, just because like it's not really like they're just better places.
Yeah,
chicken.
maybe I'm just looking at this entire list and I'm thinking, okay, what is this place compared to like everybody else? You know, maybe I should, if it helps, maybe I should stop doing that.
No, I mean I think that's still fair because how do you get a point of reference? You
Right.
tend to do that by comparing to something else.
Mm.
Like otherwise, if you can't really like in regards to categories, how are you going to compare like a chicken sandwich you make at home with a chicken sandwich you get from a fast food place from a chicken sandwich you would get from a high-end restaurant? Like it's
What's-
categorically unfair.
What's the difference? The only difference is just the added flavor, spice, and also if it's cooked right, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's very, very average from what I remember. Church's Chicken. 80s style restaurant I went twice in a Custom Mall, but is no longer there. I don't know if y'all remember like the 80s style malls, but we used to have one like way back when I was still living in Tennessee at the time. We used to have one, and even we had an arcade. I missed that.
I miss the arcades. I really do. I wish the old style arcades could come back.
I remember my dad letting me play the House of the Dead. Something about the low poly, man. The low poly graphics just scared me.
I played a remake or remaster on Wii.
Yeah,
The shoe with the nunchucks.
something about like new like you can make it as realistic as possible. That doesn't scare me for some reason, but like low poly PS1 horror games always get to me no matter what. It's always unsettling.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Okay, now we're off to the worst one of them all, KFC. Let's hear it.
KFC is way too salty. It is very, very salty for me. I can't do it.
I will have to agree with you there. Except for the salty, it's way too fucking greasy.
That too.
I can't even taste the chicken. I really couldn't.
What am I eating? Chicken or the leftover grease? Am I eating grease soup?
Oh my god. Even though the chips are good, it's the chicken that's where it's at. Like, how can you fuck up a chicken? Like, like the chicken nuggets. Oh, ate it. Makes me feel sick. Makes me feel like I'm stuffed already with fucking chicken stuffing. It's just like, no, that's not how I'm supposed to feel. That's not chicken. That's not actual proper chicken. Like, you're making me feel a little bit. You're making me feel stuffed by having chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, and also you get the 12-pack chicken.
Yeah, just too much grease, like it just in my system, just makes me, you know. After all that, I can't. I can't. I have to put like KFC around. Is putting an F fair? I wouldn't put it in an F. I would put it in D.
I'll put it in an F.
You'll put okay. If you want to put it in an F, you can. But it's just for me. I can't. It's way too greasy, way too salty. I can't. What about you, Dren?
Yeah, I think there's a reason why the one that was closest to me is closed down.
Oh,
So F.
F
F.
it is.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, F.
like it still surprises me that so many people go to it because it's just like you're right. I know I don't remember the saltiness, but I do remember greasiness. Like if you sit there and squeeze on the chicken in a napkin, it'll be full of grease real quick.
Yeah,
On
and
your
it's
bitch-
and it's
for
not
what?
even cooked properly. It's not even cooked properly. It's just like, I can still see the
Just
slight
imagine eating all
coloration
that
of meat.
lard.
Fine. The last time Colonel Sanders actually ate his own restaurant's chicken, he was so disappointed in it. He hated it.
Oh my god. Yeah, he ate it. He hated it. Alrighty. we'll save the KFC banter for a little bit later. Yeah. PDQ.
I
Let's have
saw a
look.
PDQ on my way to Jacksonville, Florida. I haven't went there though.
Haven't went there,
Never.
so never had. Alright, that's a never had. Alright.
Where the
now
Chuck
I
E.
just
Cheese?
gotta go.
Where's the Chuck E. Cheese? I
Alright.
better question. Where's the Dave and Buster's?
Oh, Dave and Buster's? Not
Too
there.
fancy.
I personally never went there, but I remember it was like a thing back when I was in elementary school. It was a thing for all of us. I guess when we got good behaviors, we went a trip to Chuck E. Cheese.
Chucky.
I still remember that.
Bloody hell, you guys get a lot of good rewards. Fuck, down here we get fuck all. And whenever we go to school or high school, we don't get rewarded.
How's the spider in your toilet? I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, no. Spider's not the worst. Having a snake in the toilet is far more worse, actually.
I've been meaning to ask you because you're from Australia, so I've been meaning to ask for someone with a first-hand experience. Like, what is that like? All of that like with you?
Well, with having almost every single fucking animal in this country killing you, it's great. Fucking great.
The joke that I always hear is Australia is known for having the 10 most deadliest everything.
And it's not a joke. It's actually real. There is 10 of those most deadly fucking creatures that's living right here, all in that one country. You have fucking redback, you have red bellies, you have boxerfish, you have blue ring octopus, you have the whole fucking lot that will try to kill you. Nothing is fucking safe.
Oh, the red bellies.
Nothing.
Ugh. They almost look like the Black Widow, don't they? Or they're in the Black Widow family.
They're in the Black Widow family. Redback spiders are pretty much the Black Widow family. And to be honest, I have actually learned something about redbacks. They're passives. They're pacifists. They only attack when they're aggravated. So if they see something, they won't if they see you, they will not go after you because they know you're fucking big. But if you go after them, they will strike. They will actually will put venom in you.
Yeah.
But photo-web spiders and trapdoor spiders, a whole different story. They will fucking kill you. They don't care if you're walking by. They'll just come after you. Just say, nah, bitch, you're in my territory. I'll fucking poison you and kill you.
Oh boy, dinner.
Yeah, story of my fucking life.
How I know, like, if I make a bad joke, I apologize, like, immediately after.
Trust me, I'm good with bad jokes. I love bad jokes. I revel in it. Oh, God.
Listen, from what I know about a lot of people from Australia, is that they're kind of like people from Ireland. They can take the piss as much as they can give it.
Yeah, I can seriously take the piss. I can. That's what I normally do. I like taking the piss out of myself because I'm just a dumb idiot. But I'm a good idiot. I'm a loving idiot. All right, Popeyes. Let's hear it because I know you fuckers love Popeyes,
Like,
and I haven't tried it.
the place to get fried chicken, just in general, is Popeyes. Their chicken sandwiches are good. The fries are up there with Arby's. And in general, the fried chicken is it's pretty all right. So if it was me, I would put it in B. No. Put it in the best. Like just like in all the chicken places to go to, Popeyes is your thing.
I think that would be my go-to stop whenever I want to get some chicken if I decide to come up to America.
Well, like for me, it's definitely it's a super light crispy. It's not super oily or anything. Like you don't feel like you're gonna go into cardiac arrest when you eat the damn thing.
It's not like a go on a heart attack grill. It's decent.
Yeah. So it almost feels healthy. Not to mention, like there's a bunch of different sides you can get. You don't have to just get fries or whatever. Expense is average.
They have like other sides like I guess like a seasonal thing. One of them's like what was it? It was from a beer. A cheesecake beer something? A whiskey cake or something like that.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Bourbon?
They have bourbon, yeah, bourbon. Sorry. It was like a bourbon cake.
A bourbon cake?
That's right.
I'm sorry. Do I want to get drunk so easily by eating a bourbon cake?
Well, the alcohol is obviously burned off, but like the taste is there.
It's a bourbon flavor. It's more like a flavor extract.
Okay.
It's like you make imitation vanilla as an extract.
Okay. Yeah.
So like real bourbon cake is probably alcohol based, but that bourbon cake probably legally can't if they want to remain the restaurant that they are and not have to get a liquor license.
Fair enough.
Just a guess, but yeah. The last time we went to Popeyes, we just got a 24-pack of their chicken nuggets, which are actually made of chicken. It's not that whatever's left on the chicken gets processed.
Yeah.
So chicken nuggets pretty good.
Now I want to come up to America to actually try those fucking Popeyes chickens. Fuck.
I kind of hate that it's hyped up because this is a fast food restaurant tier list, and hyping it up this much, like, it's not like it's going to be the best chicken ever. It's just in regards to fast food. It's better than the others in its own category.
That is true. That is so true.
So I don't want to hype something up and you come here and then you look at us and you're like, I thought you said it was delicious.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
It depends on the place. It depends on the time. Depends on the people.
Well, another thing that I'm actually going to be quite curious of is the pizzas good up there as well? Because I know there's some pizzas down in my end are good, but I'm quite curious of how good your pizzas are. So that's another thing I need to look at because I like to expand my taste palette.
Yeah, to be honest with you, if you really want good pizza, you probably want to check out any local spots, any local businesses. Like if you want like really good pizzas, because I remember, this is still I lived in Tennessee. There was a place kind of far off from us. It was called not Pizza Planet, but Planet Pizza. That unfortunately closed down. You know how in pizza commercials it looks like once they get the slice and they peel it up and you see all those cheese that drizzled out, which is actually glue to make it look like, it's cheese. Yeah. I don't know if y'all know that trick that they put glue on the pizzas to make it look like it's cheesy.
Oh, yeah.
But
They
in,
also nailed down the rest of the pizza.
yeah,
Yep.
but in Planet Pizza, it's literally like that, minus the glue, minus the glue. But it's literally like that. It is like super. It was super cheesy. So again, if you really want like good pizzas, if you're coming down here in America at any time, just search for any local places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Alrighty.
Also, I don't. How long ago did you guys want to stream? because we're almost halfway down, but we're already been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, actually, I just realized that we haven't actually
I don't know how much time y'all have, but I just want to be courteous with y'all in case if y'all had to be somewhere or something to do after the stream.
I got enough time until I got until 2 o'clock, so I'm fine. So.
Also, I really
I
want to
think-
do that gaming console one.
Okay, then let's.
Then we should prioritize, and then if there's, because this is already, you said this is already an hour and a half.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
So
Let's-
in regards to like streaming time, we'll probably have to reserve some for another time. So we should probably prioritize like one other, because we have a lot of banter between each part of the selection.
Yeah, we
So-
do.
Yeah, we definitely do. All right, let's do a little bit of a speed round then with the remaining chicken places that we got left. So wings.
I
Don't know.
didn't even know what that is.
All right, so never had.
Never had.
Okay, Wingstop.
Wingstop never had it.
Never had. And Dixby's.
Stupid expensive. Too stupid expensive. That's like it's above average. I would put it like in B if it wasn't like so expensive. Like for a meal, like a 3-piece meal, you're gonna pay $15 for that. So I would drop it down a notch to C.
B. All right.
Yeah.
Right with the Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
There
okay,
exists a
that's
Pee-Pee's
understandable.
restaurant. Don't drink the water. Oh, speaking of that, a Pee-Pee's restaurant. Don't drink the water. Yeah, just if you are coming down over here in America, Planetary, like that's one of the things I guess you don't do is don't drink the tap water.
No, we never drink the tap water. We never do. We drink bottled water. That's for sure.
If that's all the chicken places, should we do burger places? Because that'll cut them down a lot.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think so
actually,
too.
We'll do that. All right, we'll do that. So let's see which ones are the burger places.
I guess
I've
Cookout
got-
is one. Says fresh hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Um,
I just read the slogan and like that's hamburgers, but I have no idea what that is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's fresh. That's fresh hamburgers. So
we got
have-
one nearby, but we haven't been to one.
So-
It's okay, but I can't say for sure.
So never had for cookout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
had.
All right, another. Ooh, nearly lost it. Another hamburger place, the In-N-Out burger.
In and
Or
out.
Five Guys.
Five Guys. I honestly never had really. Let me be real with you. I'm sorry if this is kind of it's kind of going against what I said before. But like whenever I am like going out and traveling, like I usually like to go to like a grill and get a margarita. So like I don't really like go to like I don't frequently go to like fast food. So like if I say like I haven't been to this place or this one is pretty alright, that's mostly because like we go inside a restaurant. We it's mostly for like margaritas or like alcohol, you know.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so Five Guys.
Okay, so Five Guys. I've had Five Guys. It's really good. Every time you order a sandwich, it's gonna be way too expensive. However, when you get the fries, you get there is a large cup, and then not only is the cup filled, so is the rest of the bag.
Ooh.
And the fries, they're not the best fries, but they're pretty poppin'.
Say less. B
Mhm.
tier.
B tier. All right. All right. The In-N-Out burger.
I heard fries at a cup, not overkeeping. I'm like, say less. B tier.
Oh, no,
But
you have like 2 pounds of fries, man.
Jordan, you never had it. Say less. Wait, do you only get 2 cups?
What?
Wait, did you say you only get 2 cups? I didn't hear you at that part.
No, he said 2 pounds. 2 pounds.
Oh,
Oh,
say less.
Like-
I'm
like,
kidding.
it's like overcharge on the sandwich, so they give you tons of fries.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Where would you put it, Dren?
Five Guys?
Yeah.
No, B's pretty solid. Because I wouldn't put it at the best because it's too expensive.
I gotcha.
All right. The In-N-Out burger.
Never had it.
Neither have I.
Never had? Okay. All right. Jollibees. Because I'm pretty sure they sell burgers.
It's like a Filipino McDonald's, but I never had it, to be honest with you.
Never had.
But
All
Jack
right.
in the Box.
Jack in the Box? Yep.
Jack-
For some reason, my mom used to talk up about it a lot, but I just still never had it to this day.
Well, I think there was a trademark issue or something, so they're not called Jack in the Box anymore. They're called Jacks.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I was wondering
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so which makes it really confusing for some people when they say, "Hey, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the Jacks." In Ireland, that means you're going to take a leak, go to the bathroom. So, anyway,
I'm
Jack's
meeting
is
Jack
pretty
in the bathroom. Just wait for me in 4 hours.
But yeah, Jack in the Box is all right. I'd put it at a solid C. Portions are pretty good for what you're paying for.
Yes, indeed. All right. McDonald's or Macad's?
It's like, for a lot of people, this is like the go-to when you're traveling. This is the stop. Because they have everything. They have coffee when you need it. I personally invest in the coffee because I just like my coffee. And whenever I do get breakfast from there, it's usually the chicken McGriddle. And from what I remember, that was flipping good. That was flipping good. Oh, good. But other than that, it's glue. You're eating glue.
Yeah, I will have to agree with you there. Because Mac is down here, they really. It's not even the meat. It's not just only the meat. It's also the other stuff that they put in. Like they put too much lettuce, too many pickles. They put everything in there, and the sundae tastes like whipped cream.
Yeah,
No,
it's
sorry.
there's all. I would talk them up for the breakfast and breakfast only. But like, there's many other places to get coffee, and there's many other places to eat breakfast, aka cereal.
Yeah, that is true. Even alone, the sausage McMuffin is all right, but it does make you feel full for a good 3 hours passing lunch. Yeah. I think actually we'll give this a D tier, but Dren, how about you?
I've had bad experiences with McDonald's. I've gone to a handful of them in my youth, and the food just wasn't good.
It generally
there's-
isn't.
And my God, they are forced in a contract where they only have one company they can go to get their ice cream machines fixed.
Yeah.
God.
Listen. There's an explanation. They are locked in contract, so they aren't allowed to get better machines, and they still have some time on that contract.
Yeah.
So-
That explains it.
No, well, okay, not all of them because some of them are lying. There's a guy recently who was told, "Hey, the ice cream machine's broken," and then he went over there and reached over the counter and turned it on, and it was coming right out. So don't get me wrong, some of them are lying, but because of their contractors, they're really shitty designs. So yeah, they break time.
I guess like because of like a certain time has passed, like where you say like my ice machine's broken, there would come to a point when since these are like grade school kids like working at McDonald's, like they ain't gonna care really. They're just gonna say it doesn't work just because like they're too lazy to do it or they don't know how.
Yeah, that's the problem now these days.
Also,
Or they-
I want to add this too. Most of these, like all of these, you don't feel good about eating at all, right? It tastes fine. It just some places taste good, but you don't feel like zhushed up. You don't feel good about eating there. You get what I'm saying? But like the thing with McDonald's, you feel horrible eating.
Yeah.
You just feel bad.
Yeah, that will be an F. An F for me. I think it deserves. Yeah, it deserves an F because fucking hell, if it's gonna make you feel sick, it does. It will make you feel sick. The only time when McDonald's actually does feel good is when you need to get rid of the bloody hangover. It's one of those make or break foods.
And it's like
Well,
the
the
only
only-
places out there that's open like 24/7. So like if you want to wait in line, they're all the way in the highway for the midnight munchies, you can do that. But it's just not a
An overpacked Waffle House.
that's true. There's Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
But after after that experience you and I had, Dren, I'm not going back there at 2 a.m. again.
Oh, you mean the dude?
You remember that?
Oh God.
We'll talk about that once we get to it. But like that,
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, what's the
The Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Shake.
I never went to Shake Shack.
I think none of us had. Okay. All right. Sonic.
Sonic is the place to go to if you're just looking for you got to go there for their happy hours, you know, their fountain drinks, their slushies. That's the place to go to. Or if you like we're in a bar or something. This is coming from personal experience, okay? If you're like really drunk, right? If you're looking for something greasy to like just get rid of the alcohol in your system, you know, to wash it down. And if the bar doesn't offer food, like the bars that we went to, Sonic is the go-to place. It really is. Like you eat a burger, and I'm like, okay, I feel better.
So, my experience, Sonic. For one thing, I was really confused when I first went to Sonic's because I had only known Sonic the Hedgehog, so I thought they were associated. So I was kind of disappointed that wasn't the case. But Sonic is a really solid fast food restaurant. They have a bunch of stalls, so most of the time you're not worried about where you need to go. They tend to be pretty good at getting your order out to you, and I can't think of any food that's just straight bad unless you're just at a really bad Sonic.
Yeah.
And it's like a number one drink stop.
It
If you
really
wanna
is,
drink-
yeah. But you got to make sure you go there
So-
for happy hour, though. I think it's like 3 to 7, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, they also have good desserts. They have good breakfast. A pretty wide range of stuff.
Of all the burger places, let's see, what do we got? We went Five Guys, Jackbox, da. If we were talking burger places, I put it up there.
I'd say between B and C.
Yeah. Would you put it above or below Five Guys?
I'd still put it below Five Guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Like just yeah, that works.
It's your savior if you're drunk.
Okay, I think we are up to Wendy's. I know Wendy's is a burger place as well.
Wendy's is also, from my understanding, pretty good. I haven't really been there. I don't really bother. But also, or when we were talking about Hardee's, good luck trying to get breakfast from there. That's like the worst. You know, Hardee's is pretty bad, but Wendy's is the worst.
Listen, their breakfast is pretty all right. But damn it, if you are late at all, it's gone.
Yeah, good luck because the line is horrible. Everybody goes there for breakfast. Everybody, if not Chick-fil-A or Hardee's.
So wait.
I'll go for Wendy's a lot of the time. Like, it's a solid C for me on that.
Yeah, it is C. People go there for a reason, you know, and I respect that.
Okay, now Dren actually mentioned Steak and Shake.
I've been to one once.
You've been
It
to
was
there once.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was in Florida, and I had a cotton candy malt shake. It was good.
Huh.
What?
Um,
A
Con-
cotton candy
Yeah.
malt shake?
yeah, yeah.
What? What in the cardiac arrest?
What kind of fucking planet am I on now?
What do you mean? They give flavor shakes, all kinds of flavors these days. You want a
No, no,
milk?
no.
They really do. They really do.
No, here's the thing. It's the fact that I never have heard of any of those milkshakes before. Because I don't get those fucking things. We don't get it. So you're lucky that you actually got to try it, which I'm not because I'm down in the fucking barren wasteland.
Well, if they build more buildings and get rid of the wildlife, it'd be better. Jeez.
Fair enough. So, steak and shake.
Just-
Where would you put it?
Since I've only had it once, a solid C.
Solid C. Yeah. Okay.
It's a little spicy.
What's a burger?
Whataburger? I only been there once. Like this was a long time ago, so I can't really like have a say on like how good they are. But what I do remember, and I think I said this last time when we did this list, they had like advertisements for their cookies everywhere. Like it was like at the windows, like each window, try our cookies. Cookies for 55 cents. You get a free cookie with your meal. Even the drive-thru, they were like, "Would you like a free cookie?" Leave me alone about your freaking cookies.
Okay.
My burger.
And that's talking about when you're on the premises, right?
Right.
Because otherwise, I've never seen any ads for them.
You never did?
Oh.
Yeah, then again, this was like a long time ago. This is like around when I first moved here, and we went to just travel around, and Whataburger was one of our stops, and yeah, it was a pretty long time ago.
I was probably playing GameCube.
You were too busy indoors with your video games. While we were out touching grass.
Yeah. While you were doing that, I was kicking ass at Metroid Prime.
Okay, good point.
Yeah. Okay, fair point.
You got me there, buddy.
Anyway, I don't think I've had Whataburger. If I have, I don't remember it, which means I guess it didn't leave a very strong impression.
Yeah, it didn't really do it for me either. Like, it was fine.
So where would that go?
I would go put it in D.
Like F is definitely for like it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
But
Straight
D,
up bad.
if I had a choice between Whataburger and Jack in the Box, I went for the Jack in the Box.
Back in the box.
So, yeah.
All right, now the White Castle.
White Castle? Okay. I'm not going to call it White Castle, but I'm going to call it Crystal. I know that's not the place, but like, I know it's like in the north you get White Castle, but if you're from the south you get Crystal, so that's what I'm going to call it. They're crystals. So crystals, like I said, is like the travel food to have whenever I'm out like traveling or I get the munchies. It's either Checkers or Crystals. I would definitely put Crystals above Checkers. It is just that addictive. So I would put it in the best. Like out of all the burger places on this list, I would put Crystal Burgers up there.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, really, really. It is that addictive.
Okay, could I ask you a question? Why do you call it Crystals and not White Castle? What was the reason?
Because they're both pretty much the same, you know? Whenever people think of like little slider burgers, people think White Castle. But me, this is just nostalgic for me, you know? We called it Crystals. We had a Crystals back home. Back where I used to live, and like there's hardly a Crystals anywhere at all, not even in Florida, not even in Alabama, not even in Georgia. So like it's kind of rare to find one. So I call it Crystals just because I can. I want to, and that's what I'm gonna call it. That's crystals.
Substituting, and you're not just substituting it because none of us have ever been to it. We don't want to keep throwing things and never had.
Yeah, just take my word for it. Like out of all the burger list on over here, it's is probably made of lard or something, but it is just that. I would say if you're choosing between McDonald's and Crystals, go to Crystals.
Okay, having a slider. There's something about having a slider that's fun
Yeah, it is.
because it's really quick to eat. They normally come in a little sleeve that you can easily fold up, so it doesn't take up much space in trash. Like that balled up piece of paper that you get with your burger. So easy cleanup. That's a bonus. Yeah, I agree. It's pretty good.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree there. Alright. Now, I see that we got some pizza places here, so do we actually knock them out of the park?
Wait,
All
hold
right.
on. Did you really just pass over Dairy Queen?
We did pass Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is the burger place.
And Ice was just talking about it in chat. How dare we?
Yeah, we specifically I think you said so. You had a story for Dairy Queen, and then we just completely glossed over it.
Ice, if you're still here, I am so sorry.
So sorry.
But Dairy Queen. That's another place I don't go to really, but they do have good desserts. That's kind of what they're known for. Is their desserts, their blizzards. So
before my wife and I got married, we used to go there and get their small ice cream cakes.
the ice cream cakes. I remember those.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I put them up in B.
B it is.
All right.
I'm having my moment.
Okay. Now,
okay.
do pizza places. I don't think anything else is a straight burger restaurant, is it?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think there's anything else here.
I don't think anything else is here. Whatever's left, we'll go right through. All right, Domino's Pizza.
Domino's is really good if you're on a budget. If you're on a budget, you can't really spend too much on pizza, then Domino's is your go-to. They do have good sales.
I would say I disagree.
Oh,
Just
really?
because Little Caesars exists.
True.
You need to have a good Domino's. If you don't have a good Domino's, you're not gonna have it. And like the one near me, not very good. But the one where you lived, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's not as impressive. I remember for the same price, and it was discounted. For the same price that I would normally get a large from Little Caesars, I got a medium from Domino's. And I was just like, I could have just went to Little Caesars and not even worried about the discount. That ended up being the same price.
So you said a large, but I remember one sale they had. It was buy two for a price. They do have I think their only size is medium. Yeah. But it is a fair, decent price.
It's so a large is 16-inch, but this is like a 12-inch or a 10-inch.
Yeah.
I actually have to agree with you there, Dren. Domino's pizzas, they really don't do well with the sizes. They don't give you an actual large. When you ask for a large pizza, you don't get a really large pizza like you expect it to. But with the local pizzas that I have, they actually will go the distance and make it large or family size to make it more that. That will actually cure your hunger. God damn it, my English is off important today. But Domino's, however, they don't actually do that very well. When you ask for a large, they make it medium size, like you said, and then you have your family size that is large. It's what's the deal here? I asked for a large, you give me a medium? Come on. Eek.
I don't know. It's not bad, but
Yeah, like Dren said, it really does depend on the location.
Yeah.
like I've had a lot of subpar pizzas from a Domino's.
Again, like if you want really good pizza, you have to search locally.
Yeah. You have to search locally. So, Domino's
Dante,
Pizza.
I would put it in C.
all right.
Mine would be D.
What do you think, Dren?
Yeah,
Dread.
yeah, I'd say D is pretty much where I'd go with it. Just
Mm.
it's
I am
really easy.
surrounded by peasants. I'm kidding.
It's really easy to be disappointed in it.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah,
when you
you're
talk about-
right.
when you talk
It's-
about
it-
portions,
Mm. Just yeah. So Little Caesars. Little Caesars is a pizza place, isn't it?
It is.
yes.
All right. Well, I'll let you two discuss that one because I haven't actually tried it.
So that is the place, like Dren. I for some reason left my mind. That is the place to go to when you're on a budget. I don't know. I think they do deliver, or they started doing delivery.
Well, with all the new delivery apps, it's you can't.
Ah, yeah.
But they did their own delivery. So here's the thing with Little Caesars. Even though they upped the price, it's still the cheapest because it's generally about $5 or $6 for one 16-inch regular pizza, hot and ready. They cycle through pizzas pretty quick, so it's very rare that they just sit there all day.
Okay.
So normally pizzas are pretty fresh, despite what people might try and tell you.
Yeah, like I saw some of their pizzas. Like one time I went inside, it was like on a hot rack, and people would just like grab and go. Unless
yeah, they
I'm
have
thinking it wrong.
No, yeah, they do. So
Okay.
you can order it. They also have their app where you can just walk in, put in a number, and take it from the heat rack. Not to mention, a lot of people have nostalgia because when schools have gigantic pizza parties,
That's Little Caesars. Yep.
yeah, so
You're
they'll
right.
they order 500 sometimes. I know for the aviation college I went to, that's what they did.
Mm.
They ordered like 500 for all the students.
Hmm.
And so you'd have like cheese, pepperoni, sausage, and I think like one other. And it's just go to. It keeps pretty well. Like if you want cold pizza the next day, it's pretty good still. Like I'm not gonna call it the best pizza, but it's pretty damn good for what you're getting.
Hmm.
Like it's a solid B on my end.
And your go yours?
Yeah, I'll put it in B.
Okay. Alrighty, Papa John's.
Papa John's is like the worst when it comes to price, at least for me. But like their garlic is pretty iconic.
I'm pretty off put by the CEO.
What? Oh yeah, that controversy that happened like a long time ago. What happened? Refresh my memory.
I don't quite remember, but like it was like during an interview he started proselytizing, but like Revelations type proselytizing, like end times.
Oh, so he's like an TV evangelist. What do you call it?
Kind of.
Papa John's.
I don't remember the other stuff,
Controversy.
but it was just kind of weird. But the other thing was, he is so goddamn sweaty. Like my head canon for Papa John is that the oil coming off of his body is the oil they use for the pizzas, and that's part of why I can't go there. Is because that's been my head canon.
According to Forbes, Papa John's founder uses the N-word on a conference call. Oh no.
Oh no.
Then I'm just
Hey.
skimming through articles, so like There's one that's saying from Vice, a timeline of all the dumbass shit Papa John's has done to uh, Papa John's slur scandal. John Snatters. Is that his full name? John Schnatters?
I guess.
Oh, why? Why would you?
Oh, so yeah, N word, N word. Yep. He's racist.
He,
That answers the question.
he just let rip.
So, F.
F.
Yeah, might as
Yeah.
well.
Might
Like,
as well.
Yeah, just dump it right in there.
sorry to bring up past to take advantage of you, but it's just a tier list on YouTube and Twitch, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's not like we go to these places like all the time, you know. It's fun. It's fun.
He's making plenty of money. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Alrighty. Pizza Hut. Oh, God.
Pizza Hut for me is the equivalent to how chicken is at KFC. Too greasy, too salty. So I don't really go there much anymore.
I will have to agree with you there. Dren?
Okay. There's
Excuse
a
me.
reason. Sorry. There's a reason our Pizza Hut is closed down.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, yeah.
Trend. Do you notice a trend? So, yeah, the Pizza Hut that used to be in my local town is shut down.
Oh, really? So we're starting to sense a theme here.
Yeah. Most of the-
Oh, no.
With Burger King being the only real outlier, the KFC was gone, and
Oh,
now Pizza Hut's gone. We don't have a Burger King, and yeah, so I thought it was okay enough to put in D myself, just because like I remember the nostalgic atmosphere, and I thought it still tasted good even though it was greasy, but it's just funny that that's like the third or fourth one that's come up that's been closed down.
Go on. Are you for real? Pizza Hut is... Okay. Okay, so Pizza Hut will go up on D for now, just for nostalgia. Okay. I think that is almost every single pizza
Sbarro.
place. Oh,
Yeah.
Sbarro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright, so...
I never been there.
Okay, so there used to be one in the mall,
Mhm.
and Dante's I think took that one over, but most malls will have a Sbarro.
Hmm.
And it's one of those ones that's like it is really greasy, but at the very least it tastes really good, from what I remember.
Mm.
Like maybe a C. And like because it's in a food court, you expect it to be expensive, so you're not really surprised about that.
Mm.
You can get like 2 slices and a drink for like $8.
Mm. Fair enough. Alrighty, we only got 1, 2, 3. We got about nearly 20. We got about 18 left. So let's speed round this one.
Yeah, we're getting to 2 hours now.
Yeah, that speed round. Chipotle,
Chipotle never had it.
never had. All right. What?
I had it once. Was not impressed.
So an F.
Not an F. I put a D. Like it's edible.
Okay.
Next.
What's this?
Culver's.
Never had it. Whatever that is.
No,
Looks like a
never had
dessert
it.
place.
Never had. Okay. Del Taco.
Never had it.
Yeah, I never had it. I know where there's one at. Haven't had it yet.
Denny's.
It's if we're talking breakfast places, like I'm eyeing Denny's and IHOP side by side. Personal preference, I would choose IHOP over Denny's. That's just me. That's just me. Just because, like, maybe that's because, like, I don't really go to like whenever my friends like again, whenever we're traveling, whenever we need like something breakfast, we're willing to sit down and eat instead of like being on the go. It's usually IHOP instead of Denny's. Again, that's just me.
All right. So, Dren, where would you put Denny's?
I put it at D for different reasons that I don't want to say on stream because it's information, personal information.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
That George should know what I'm talking about.
I don't know the reason about Denny's, but you can tell me later.
Yeah.
You may have to jog my memory. But when we're talking pancake places, IHOP, it's still not the best. I put it in C. It's not the best
Yeah.
in the world, but it's fine. It's okay.
Pancake.
Pancake.
Yeah, but you definitely get pancakes, definitely. Are they good?
Alright.
Yeah, but like, and their hash browns good? Absolutely. But that's pretty much all I get, really.
Polo Loco.
I never had
had
that.
Alright. I can't even say it with a straight face. Long John Silver.
I like a Long John, please. The bathroom's
right.
that way.
It's a fish place. I don't care for fish much. I wouldn't say it's bad, but maybe a D.
Yeah, I haven't had it in forever either, but I'm assuming it would be D.
Alright. Moe's.
I had Moe's once, and it was. Wow, I'm saying a lot of things are like, it's okay, it's fine. I just don't really can't really give an opinion of like most of these places, like, because it's just fine, it's okay. Like, it's not bad. Yeah, I'd put in C.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's not nearly as loud as a Subway. You kind of help. You ask them, and they build it in front of you with the ingredients you tell them. And whenever you walk in, they yell, "Welcome to Moe's," and it's just kind of nice, you know.
Alrighty. Noodles Company.
I never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Okay, Panda Express. I know you two have heard of it.
Their noodles are super dry. I have no idea what they do with those noodles, but it's almost an insult to noodles. So I would put it in D.
Yeah.
The walnut chicken's good though. That's like the only thing good out of it. Other than that, no, D. They butcher their noodles. I don't know what they do to their noodles.
Alright. Panera Bread.
Panera Bread, they're the only thing I can see worthwhile going to is their coffee because they have some kind of subscription club to where you can pay. It used to be like $8 a month, but now it's like $11 to $13. Unlimited coffee for the whole month is a subscription, by the way. But they added all their sodas, their charged lemonades. It's basically like an energy drink in a lemonade, basically. So you get all of that as many times you want for like just $13 a month. That's like the only plus I can think about. Food wise, the only thing I remember like eating because it was just so delicious was their Fuji apple salad. I loved the Fuji apple salad, and also the strawberry poppy seed salad whenever it's around in the summer. Delicious. I love it. The only negative is that it's a very stupid expensive restaurant. It is so pricey in there. Like just the chicken sandwich. Like I was talking about the chicken sandwich like in Chick-fil-A, like in a mall. No, it's worse. It's like $15 for just the chicken and just like a thing of chips to go right beside it. It's worse. The prices are worse.
All right. Real quick, that charged lemonade. If anyone wants to drink it, be careful because it has more caffeine than a solid can of Monster or most energy drinks.
You're right. That's why I don't get it.
It literally has more caffeine content than most energy drinks.
And the sugar they must have added to it, it does not help.
Yeah, so just letting you guys know, be careful when you start. If you try to drink those, drink one maybe.
That's why I don't like add sugar to my coffee anymore. I just have creamer. Because imagine having that caffeine and sugar in your system. That can't be good for you.
Okay, yeah. Like, okay, now just hearing that the charged lemonade, charged lemon is like the equivalent of a master can. I'm
More.
gonna make sure. More. Wait, more?
Yes. Yeah, it has more caffeine than like Monster.
Right. So drinking two will actually send
That's
you off the
bad.
walls.
No, drinking two will send you to the hospital.
Oh,
You would
fuck it up.
literally be shaking.
Yeah. Oh, actually, this kind of reminds me of one guy. Reminds me of the guy, a comedian who goes by the name of Fluffy, who had drank the strongest coffee of the world in Mexico, and he's been so hyperactive ever since. God, I need to find that. So, Panera Bread, where would that be placed?
I would place it in D above churches.
Above
Yeah.
churches.
Yeah, above
Okay.
churches. They're no, above it. Not behind it, above it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
because the salad. No. Above, put Panera above churches. There you go.
okay.
Their salads are great. It's so expensive going there. The food is stupid expensive.
Okay. Penn Station.
I never been
Never
there.
had.
Never heard of it? Okay. Portillo's?
I never went there
Portillo's?
either.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Potbelly. Potbelly. Okay, that's fine.
I have pot in my belly. Come dig in. No, I never been there.
No.
None. Okay, never been there.
If it saves
that-
time for me, I never been to that, Roy Rogers, the Bakery Cafe, Sheets, Skyline, Swenson's. What about you, Dren?
That's no. I haven't been there. No. Swenson's, I don't know that one. Taco Cabana? Cabana?
I never
I
been
haven't
to
been to
Taco
that
Cabana.
Touchy Tacos, never heard of it.
Isn't that like the van, the
van?
the one of the taco places on the go? You know, like in the van.
Talking about a Roach Coach?
Yeah, Torchy Tacos.
I guess, I don't know.
I never had it, but I want to say that sounds familiar.
Alright, never had.
Let's see. Oh, the last one, the Winston's Shurgengi or whatever that. I butchered that name so hard.
I think none of us have heard of it.
Alright.
Now, Wawa, you know those gas stations you go to whenever you're out and about. There's for at least in the South, people will recognize Buc-ee's because people love Buc-ee's down here. When they're out and about, and when they go to a gas station, it's Buc-ee's. I guess in the North, it's Wawa. That's like pretty much the equivalent. I personally never been there, but I'm assuming it's good.
Don't know.
So,
Never had.
never had. Alright, now the last two Taco Bell and Waffle House.
Taco Bell is one of those places I wish was open 24/7. I wish. The food is, again, not that good, and I'm mostly certain, I'm positive, not good for you. But it's just addictive. Something about Taco Bell. I just wish it was open 24/7.
Oh yeah, we always like to get those Taco 12 packs
Oh, yep.
all the time. Oh, whoa, my
I-
God, fuck.
I think I've tried Taco Bell once, and I think I had the screaming squids for
That's-
like.
I remember that 80s
Yeah.
style restaurant. It's Johnny Rogers. Johnny Rogers. Is that a restaurant you're talking about, Isabel? But speaking of like the 80s style restaurant, Taco Bell used to have that aesthetic. I wonder what happened to it.
Oh, you're thinking of Johnny Rockets.
Johnny
I think.
Rockets. Let's see. Johnny Rockets Restaurant Company. Yep. There's like it's all in Georgia.
It's alright.
Alright, so where will Taco Bell go?
Taco
put
Bell
Taco-
would be in. I want to. My gut, my big old fat gut, is telling me to put it in B. But like, to make sense, it would be in C.
You know, I'm leaning towards B just because I don't care. I will still eat the damn thing.
That's it. I just wish it was open 24/7. But it's not. So for now, I would say C.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. If you see Taco Bell's open, you'll probably go ahead and eat it just because you know you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now
All
Waffle
right.
House. Way to end the list, y'all. Okay, so me and Dren and Caltuna and There Will Be Cookies. We decided to go to Waffle House just to chill around like 1 a.m. Because, there's nothing like going to Waffle House at a good diner to get some pancakes, to get some breakfast food at like 1 in the morning. There's nothing like it. It's the vibe. The food is crap. The service is crap. The whole environment is crap. The floors are crap. But it's still like one of those things that you gotta do like once in a while. It's a vibe. Uh, but we ate there. We had a good time, and then once we walked out and we got into we were approaching our cars. This man came up to us. I can't remember what he said exactly, but he was like, "Hey, I need to get somewhere. Can y'all like give me a lift?" Was it that, or was he asking for money?
Okay, so this is a guy I already had an experience with. So there was a time where I was coming home from work and I was stopping at the gas station or something. Oh no, I think I was actually going to your house. I don't remember. But anyway, I was leaving from work, and he stops me at the intersection that I'm stopped at with a gas can in his hand,
Huh?
and he's like, "Hey, you think you can give me some gas?" And I'm
Huh?
just like, and I'm like,
Huh?
uh, yeah. So I and for some reason he gets off of that. And he was like, "Hey, just take me to my car, or give me if you have anything." And then I was like, "You know what? Hop in." So we're driving. Keep in mind, I actually have my MMA gloves on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I just want you to know I have that. And I got into a conversation with him. So I started talking to him. Yeah, a lot of people are afraid. They're apprehensive because they don't know who the person is, but they don't realize the other person that they're picking up doesn't know who you are. And you gotta remember, the person who's driving has complete control of whether or not you die.
it's like they'll be
So,
like, "What if I'm dangerous?" But I just imagine you, Dren, like putting your like you have your already your MMA glove on one hand, but you're already finishing up on the other. You're just already like done with it. You'd be like, "Shh, what if I am?"
yeah, it's like they don't realize that the other person that's picking you up, that you're trying to get a ride from, you don't know how dangerous or handsy they might be.
Right.
So after I started saying that, he very quickly, like, there was a church on like the main road, but in like the back part of the main road, and just drop me off here. It's like, you got like $3 or something. Like, yeah, I got a little bit of change. Like, hey, I gave him like, I don't know, like $4 and like 52 cents or some shit.
Mm.
And he quickly skedaddled right off.
Hmm.
Mind you, I never got him any gas while he was holding that gas can. And we went away from the gas station we were at. So that's where that guy came from. So that was the same guy who came up to us in that parking lot that night. And what I was trying to hint that I wanted the girls to go with you and take them to your place, so that way I could handle this. So, but what ended up happening was we took him to like two places. We took him to one place, he had to get something, and then to these apartments. And I was like, okay, man, we really got to go. I got work in the morning. I did not. I lied. Sorry. And then after that, we drove to. I think we drove either to the nearby bank, or in the Lowe's, or something. And that's when we like messaged you and said, "Hey, can we just stay there for a bit? a little shaken up.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no problem. Come on over here. I want to talk to you about this anyway.
Yeah. So that's what happened. And
So for me, that ruined the whole experience of Waffle House for me. So I would put it in D.
D. Yep, D it is.
You get the weird people around
yes,
that
you
morning.
do. Oh, I don't
Uh,
need to be able to fight if you ever work for a Waffle House.
Uh huh. Oh, people, oh, the workers at Waffle House? Oh, man. What kind of training did they go through? They can catch chairs at, like right in midair. They probably can catch a bullet if they can.
oh, bloody
It's a
hell.
little Krav Maga, Jiu-Jitsu, anything that can kill a person. Just, the basics.
Don't don't fuck with me, Jutsu.
Don't fuck with me, Jujutsu. Alright, so, we're all good with the tier list that we got?
Yep. I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
I'm taking a
the-
screenshot of this.
go ahead.
Here we
I'll
go.
actually save it. I'll actually will download the image. There we go. Alrighty, that's one tier list down.
And
We
let's
got-
search for another one.
It's been-
Alright,
Horse.
What about
Alright, so
that
let's
video
get-
game console one? Oh, create all games. Is that it?
yeah, that's the one. Alrighty.
Oh, shit!
This is the big one.
Holy fuck.
Wait, Isabel, they
Uh,
used to serve tuna fish sandwiches? Waffle House used to have tuna sandwiches?
Yeah?
No way. I didn't know that. Well,
Alright, you know,
good night. All right, you have a good night, Isabel. Thank you for stopping by.
I'll add one more list to the bottom as well.
Never
Never played.
But
Just
what-
to make it easy.
What does new mean? Oh, new mean like new consoles.
No, not new consoles. We're actually adding in,
Gee.
yeah.
I mean like the row that's already like below D.
Delete row.
Oh, it didn't label.
No, it didn't label. All right, reset. No, what did I do? Hang on. I got
Oh.
this. I got this. I don't got this. Okay, never played. All right, dark green. There we go. Alrighty, that's sorted.
There we are.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So-
if it saves time, how many of you played anything from like the Atari to the Metal?
Metal. Where is none of? I've only played the Atari 2600. That's about it.
Listen, my first console was Super Nintendo, and I haven't played very much before that. So,
Okay, so. Okay, never played Pong, never played Calico, never played this one, the Magnavox. I've played the Atari.
Okay.
It's very limited, but sometimes you have to start off with limitations. So I'll give that one a C.
Okay,
Atari,
gotta have to respect the
played.
old ones.
never played. Never played. Never played. Never played.
The Game Watch?
Actually,
Have you played a Game and Watch?
Does Smash Bros. Count?
no.
No.
Okay, so that's a never played. Never played. Commodore 64, never played. Nintendo and the Sega Master System.
I never played. Oh, they have a little description at the bottom. Okay. Also, more tears died from starting too long. Oh, this is a long one for you. I'm so sorry, Isabel. But like, there are some consoles in here I do want to say something about. That's why like I wanted to pick this one.
I have played
Yeah.
Nintendo.
I have
I-
not
I-
played the
yeah.
NES.
I still own my brother's NES. It barely
I-
worked, but I played it.
Okay. I haven't actually owned a console, but I've played emulation games of it. And I
Of
say
course.
it looks pretty. It is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I
Well,
played the Switch, the online Switch games, and so far from what I played, some of my favorites are, I think, Is Mario Bros. 3 on the NES or was it on the SNES?
Mario Bros. 3 is on the NES.
Okay, so it's like Mario Bros. 3 and Metroid. Those are my two faves on the console.
Okay.
So
I
yeah,
I put it in B.
yeah, it's all. I'll say this much: you're talking about an era where they still really don't know how to make games well yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is like an era where video games are no longer like just in the arcade anymore. You can play it at home.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Alright.
they still don't know how to nail it down. But yeah, it's a very solid, impressive.
Okay, Sega Master System.
I
All
never
I know
played.
is-
Never played?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get Sega head on this.
Yeah. Oh, Sega Head. Oh,
Hey,
he will rip us into it.
No,
Who?
no,
He'll be like, "Who am I talking to right now?"
he's hey, he's over 1,000 subs. He's too high up there for us.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
All right, here we go. Now we're getting into some of the fourth gen consoles. Atari Lynx.
Oh, I like that. They have the generations mark there. I like that.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I never played the both of those Ataris, the Lynx. Never played the TurboGrafx or the TurboGrafx 16. Let's see, Game Boy Pocket. No, I have not played Game Boy games either. Besides a little bit with Link's Awakening.
I have
I've played the Game Boy as well. And you played the Game Boy Pocket as well, Dren?
not the Pocket, but I have played the original Game Boy. My brother had one,
Okay.
and I ruined it because I played it in the tub.
It's like the one that everybody had, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I haven't owned it, but I have played it. But I have to say, it really takes it daunting to the eyes if you're trying to play it in the dark.
It really
Or
does. Like, imagine if you're like you're a kid and like in the back of the seat of the car, and like the only way you can play it is by those headlights like all the way up. But they pass just a
Oh.
little bit, so you can see for those little intervals.
Yeah, and the other, and if it's not that, you have to buy some add-ons that will give you light, and which makes the Game Boy completely chunky.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh
And it
god,
will-
no.
So, like, if it was up to me, I'm gonna be real, I would put Game Boy in B and put the Game Boy Advance in A. Like, definitely.
A lot of good. Had a lot of good.
Actually,
Game Boy
Actually,
Advance had
let's
a
say-
lot of excellent games.
Let's save that for when we get to that one because there's three
I
Game
got you.
Boy. Yeah, Game Boy Advance. So save it. The SNES. Now I've played the SNES.
I have not played the Gen 2. I played the regular.
All right, so never played the Gen 2. That's the same for me. I've played the first gen.
Yeah. That one is. I'd put it in S tier because that's when they really nailed down a lot of how to make a good game.
Yeah, like
would.
there's nothing like I'm not really like experienced in this, but like after playing some old classic games like Super Mario World or Super Metroid, there's really nothing like old Nintendo IP games. There really was nothing like it.
Pretty much, yeah.
CDI
agree.
D.
The Philips, the failed.
No.
Perfect,
I would put it on C just because of the memes.
Yeah, put a C. All right, now here we go. There's several Sega Genesis, so let's actually knock them out of the park. So we have Genesis, we have the original, we have the Gen 2, the Gen 3, we have the Sega CD, and the 32X. So
I never played the 32X. If I did,
have
it'd be
I.
Knuckles Chaotix.
Yep.
I never played. Actually, does playing Sonic CD count?
Sonic CD will count, yes.
I never had the actual Sega CD though.
Okay.
But if I had to, okay, this is kind of weird, you know, a weird period for Sega for having all these add-ons for the Sega Genesis, and this is like mostly through their period of like making consoles. I remember they did. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If this ever happened, like Sega turned down like numerous deals from like other people because they were so persistent on standing on their own 2 feet in the gaming market, and some of those deals, right, that they turned down eventually turned into the PlayStation, and another deal they turned
Yeah.
down eventually turned into the Xbox. So
Yeah.
they were they were they were persistent. They were
Yeah.
they were what do you call it? Stubborn,
Headstrong.
very stubborn.
Headstrong. Yep. Stubborn, headstrong. Pretty much. Yeah.
For the Sega CD, I would put it in. Well, okay, let's put in Never Played
Never
because
played.
yeah, I don't have much of experience on other CD title games to actually really know. But Game Gear though, Game Gear, I would put that in C. I put it in C. It has some good titles, like a plenty. I know the Sonic titles mostly like they're not really good, but I enjoy Sonic Chaos. I enjoy Triple Trouble, Sonic Blast. They're fine, but the only problem with them is that they're low battery life.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. It does actually last about like what, nearly about half an hour to an hour or two at most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now for me, I have seen and played played Sega Gen 2 and the Genesis as well, but I actually currently own the actual console of the Sega Genesis, or for some unknown reason, for us Australian, we called it the Sega Mega Drive 2.
Okay, have you played those?
Yeah. I've played both of them, both the Gen 2 and the original Genesis.
So where would you put like Genesis Gen 2 and Genesis Gen 3?
For Genesis
You know,
Gen 3, for Genesis Gen 2 and Genesis itself, but Genesis Gen 3 I have not owned, so I'll put that in never played.
I'm kind of waiting until like we get to like the Sega Genesis until we get to it
Yeah.
because I have no experience
Oh.
with Gen 3 or Gen 2.
Yeah. Oh, if Sega Head was here, he'll be turning his grave. He'll be rolling in his grave thinking, why have you not played this? Why haven't you actually got this? You should be playing this. Play this. Play that.
I would love it if he was here.
I'll be... but yes, Sega Genesis 2, I've actually have played it. Ever since I've gone to gaming conventions, I have seen it and I have played it. It felt very old school, and I say both of those two have actually hit its mark alongside with the SNES. I think, if anything, both of them deserves to be on the S tier, alongside with the Nintendo Super Nintendo Entertainment System as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my
Because-
only experience is with the Gen 2, but yeah, definitely have to gear. Genesis in general is definitely an S tier.
Yeah.
Like,
You already
it's fucking
you
fun.
put Sega Genesis in the NES. I'm like, wait for me.
Yeah, like you can't have the SNES without the Genesis being up there on S tier as well. You can't have just one.
It was very competitive with Nintendo for a reason. Genesis does what Nintendo don't. It had the games. It had Mortal Kombat. It had all these sports titles that Nintendo didn't. It had Sonic. Sonic was really popular back in the day. I don't really need to give y'all a history lesson for that. We all know that. Sonic was cool back in the day. He was cool. But like I still remember, right? I go to my cousin's house sometimes. I had original Xbox at the time, right? And I would prefer Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis over the original Xbox. I think that should say something. I preferred games on the Sega Genesis like Sonic 2, The Lion King, Tin Head, Virtua Fighter 2, what was it? Oh, The Jungle Book. There was another one I forgot. It was like an army one that was, I think it was underwater. Other than that, like, yeah, I prefer those over playing on my Xbox that I had.
Yeah. All right, now the Neo Geo CD and the Neo Geo. I don't think any of us have played any of the Neo Geo console, have we?
I haven't.
No.
No. Okay, so they're in the never played. Okay, now we're in the 5th gen console. Now, mind you, there's some consoles I have played, and there's some consoles I have not played at all. So, the Jaguar CD.
I never played the Jaguar.
Okay, but here's the funny thing: Jaguar CD actually looks like a bit of a looks like a intimidation of a toilet seat, don't you think?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So
It's like a toilet
never
you
played.
see from Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah. Okay. Now the Jaguar I have played, and I have to say, the games are good. Just the controller was a bit.
I can see it from
bad.
here. It does look a little weird.
Yeah, like you have the original button pads, and then you have the numpads underneath. It's just like, what were they thinking?
Yeah, it's a weird design. And I'm kind of picky with my controllers, to be honest with you. I think the Xbox 360 did that for me.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'll give the Atari Jaguar a C at this point because the games are good, can't deny it, but just the controls is just a little bit off-putting. Alright, the Game Boy Color.
The Game Boy Color, I would put it with B. I mean, with Reposite Game Boy at B.
Yeah.
At least to me.
I would.
Because
too.
the Game Boy Advance is coming up, which I would heavily put in A right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, Nintendo 64 S. Just straight away.
It was
Yeah.
innovative on the 3D platform.
Yeah. It was heavily inspired for 3D platforms, especially with Super Mario 64 and the ever so loved Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
Which I think is better than Mario 64.
Yeah.
I will still die on that hill.
And don't forget how many times Ocarina of Time was on Game of the Year. Long after.
Oh, yeah.
Like, way too long for what it's worth, but still, it made it.
Again, Nintendo had the games. They had the IPs. And you can't deny that. They're good. They're really good.
Alright.
Alright, now, the Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy, I never played, nor do I ever want to.
I've played it.
D.
You know what? I actually want to add another list to it. Add a row below, and I'm gonna give it this color and just say, "Will you stop it? Okay, go back there. Get active there. Go over here, and I'll." Okay, fucking hell. I sometimes hate it. We'll give it a big ol' F, put it in there, and
Just right below that.
yeah, just right there. Okay,
It had to be worse.
yes.
I think it
look,
would make
I
sense if you
played-
put it below never played.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I played the Virtual Boy.
And survived.
I'd survive, but it makes my head spin. Fuck this. Virtual Boy. you
He
go to
came
F.
back with Vietnam PTSD.
The original
Oh.
V.
Yeah, it makes my eyes sore. You can't just play it for a good 10 minutes without having a splitting headache. Ugh.
And the games weren't made to play for only 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we got the Sega Nomad.
I never played the Sega Nomad. Now let's see. Yeah, never played it. Now the Sega Saturn. I think this is one of the consoles. I think it was the console that was trying to compete against the Nintendo 64, which failed, by the way. It had Nights in the Dreams. It had let's see. It had a few ports of Sega games, I think. Sonic games, I mean. Sonic 3D Blast was one of them. Yeah, I think it had a port because it had different I think it had different special stages. It had a different OST. Other than that, it's still the same game, but people, when they want to play 3D Blast, they go for the Genesis version. They also had I I don't know if I said Nights in the Dreams yet.
Yeah.
They had Panzer Dragoon. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. They had some games that people remember, people love it. There was also Bug that I remember Sega Head talking about. I still gotta check that out. But did it hold up? Did it hold up as much fidelity as the Nintendo 64 did? No, not at all.
No.
But it's games that people remember. They're cult classics. You can't say they're bad games. You can't. So
No.
I would put it over in C.
C. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
C.
All right. Okay, the Neo Geo Pocket Color and the Neo Geo Pocket. I don't think any of us have played it.
Oh,
No.
No.
Okay.
really?
All right. Now
Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I haven't played the Gen 2, but I played the original PlayStation with the DualShock 2. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Oh, the DualShock 2. Okay, I played the Gen 2. That's the one I had because of the DualShock
Yeah.
2, the one with the thumbsticks. Yes, S.
Yeah.
S.
S. All
Just
right.
put it
Yeah,
up
all
there. It revolutionized CD games. You got Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Final Fantasy VII, Tomb Raider, and a whole bunch of others I could go on about. It was the console that my dad owned. Oh, also Oddworld. I love Oddworld. It was the console my dad owned, so I didn't actually own a PlayStation, but I played it a lot. It was amazing. I loved it. It's such an amazing console. I wish I would start up a collection. I kind of did. I have Crash Bash, I have Crash Bandicoot, I have Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Ultimate Mortal Kombat. So I have a little mini collection. I wouldn't exactly say that with a straight face. Well, we're talking about a whole bunch of gaming collectors, some people we know, but I want to build up a collection someday. I love the PlayStation. It's amazing. I will put that in S. Well, no. A.
The old,
Because
yeah,
because of the controller. Because of the controller alone, I would put it in A.
No. It's not because of the controller. It's actually because of its external hardware that it had problem in the original one. Because if you have not realized, yes. See, the reason why the Gen 2 is up on S is not because of the controller, because of the actual hardware issue that they fixed on the first PlayStation, where the CD reader actually fries.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
why
forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why they actually fixed all of the. They decided, all right, we know that's the problem. We'll actually bring that back, fix it up, and actually make sure that doesn't happen again. And we'll make it a little bit slimmer so people can actually pick it up and put it down with ease without having to carry about nearly 5 kilograms of or 2 kilograms of it.
Yeah, for me, it's a controller.
Yeah.
Just adding those thumbsticks makes a huge difference. Oh, and also Ape Escape, which is one of the games that are required for you to have the DualShock 1.
Yeah. Plus, if you have not realized, in the original PlayStation, you have sharp corners. You can accidentally poke your eyes out.
Oh, true. Yeah, you could break a child's head with that.
What were you thinking, video game developers?
All right, now the 3DO. I have heard of it, but I have not played it.
Yeah, I never even heard of the 3DO.
Yeah, okay, so just a little thing. The 3DO was trying to take on Nintendo and Sega by calling them. So 3DO was like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis type. And it was supposed to be the one. This one isn't for little boys.
Oh no! It reminds me of Blinks. What they did, Xbox did with Blinks. It's like Mario, Sonic, get out of the way. Blinks is here. Oh my god!
The commercial was like them throwing Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis in a dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and there was
All right.
console.
Now, has anyone heard of Gamecom?
I have not.
Okay,
No.
good.
I've heard of Tiger. Good game call.
Yeah, Tiger. Oh my God, the one that survived throughout from the 5th gen. Jesus Christ.
Okay, the
All right.
Microsoft Xbox. This is the one that I owned. Uh the PlayStation was the first one I played, but the Xbox is the first one that I owned. So, the original Xbox, 19 games to choose from at launch, which is good. Like All Real Munch's Odyssey, there was Dead or Alive 3, and Mad Dash Racing, and also Jet Set Radio if you lived in Europe. So the bundle I got was bundled with the Xbox I got was bundled with Sega GT and Jet Set Radio Future. And ever since I played Jet Set Radio Future, oh my god, I would not stop playing it. My brother tried so hard for me to stop playing that stupid game and start playing other games like Halo and Orwell, for instance. I'm like, nope. I want to play skater guys doing skater stuff, doing skater things. No, I would not stop playing that game. But also, besides the 19 games to choose from, can I just say that this was a period where a lot of games were like edgy. They were very, very different. Games that you don't really see these days anymore. Like wacky, way out there. Like Mad Dash Racing being an on-foot racer. There was Whiplash. There was Whacked. There was Torque. I don't know if y'all remember Torque on the Xbox. Like, it had a lot of exclusives that were just way out there. Just wacky. Just very, very unique. None of them were really good in their own right. Like, none you would, like, go back to playing, but they were very unique. They stood out. I'll give them credit for that. And, like, Blinks, for instance, which was supposed to be, like, the IP for Xbox. They chose Blinks to be their IP, but it went to Master Chief because, like, it was the better game. So, you got Halo if you got an Xbox, which is the game, like, everybody, like, played. Like, it revolutionized first-person shooters. If you got your buddies, they pretty much play Halo multiplayer. There was nothing like Halo multiplayer. Everybody was playing Halo multiplayer. But just it barged itself into the gaming industry, which look at all these consoles, you expect that to bomb, like with the Jaguar, with the 3DO. The Xbox is still around, it's around for a reason. And it was more powerful than the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube. It focused on I forgot what resolution it was, but it was the highest resolution you can get. Better graphics, better power, better hardware. Sorry, better hardware. Better you're gonna get with the PS2 and the GameCube. So if it was me, I would definitely go put it an A. I put it an A.
I assumed you were dribbling on. I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be S tier.
I did videos on this. That's why I'm more acknowledged about this sort of thing. It's not the best out there. It definitely isn't. Like, for example, like people still hold the GameCube or the PS2 to their hearts because it had the games. Did Xbox have the games? Not really. It did not. But they were unique enough to stand out, and I respect that. So,
Okay.
but and also, when you're looking at games that are also available for other consoles, if you had an Xbox, most likely you were gonna play it on the Xbox just because it had the better hardware, the better resolution. So I would say the Xbox is an A instead of S.
Okay, fair enough.
You guys were like so surprised. Like after I was talking so much about the Xbox, I'm like, I'll put it in A.
No, that would be really surprising. I was like, yeah, I'd put it in D. They're like, whoa, what?
You would put it in D? Excuse me.
All right,
Yeah, it's like-
here we go.
Until Jet Set Radio Future gets ported, it's staying in A.
Okay, so here we go. We got three Game Boy variations. We have the Advance, we have the Micro, and the Game Boy Advance SP. We're gonna knock those three out. So, Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance in A all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely like the handheld to have at the time.
Yeah. Micro, I will put that in D, because holy shit, my hands are too big. I can't. Yes, my hands are too big. I can't even hold the Game Boy Micro correctly. It's the size of the palm of my hand, and I can actually accidentally crush it. It's like, oh no, I broke something that is small and playable. Great. No, I choose something that is big, chunky, and is able to be durable by my big ass hands.
The GameCube S.
S, yes.
Wasn't that powerful compared to the rest, but did it have the games? Absolutely.
Nintendo's the innovator, man.
It really was.
Yep.
They knew what they
Yes,
were doing.
right. Well, most definitely. All right, the Game Boy Advance SP.
I would
Wait, is
say
that?
SP.
Oh, that's the XP. Oh, I would put that with Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Mind you, this was the innovation for the DS, which we'll get to shortly.
We're approaching.
All right, the Nokia N-Gage. None of us has played it,
I haven't.
but I think many of us have heard it. But Dren, your laughter, have you played it?
No, it's just I find it's hilarious. You can't look at that and say
Look
it's
at
not
that thing.
hilarious, right?
Yeah.
It looks
I would
like an inverted BlackBerry.
Listen, I would put it in a D or C just because it fucking tried. Just because
Yeah.
you know they tried to put as much into it, but damn.
All right, here we go. The Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, I would put that with A. It had... Okay, it was very ahead of its time, which is probably why it flopped. It was way ahead of its time. Shenmue, Sonic Adventure 2, Jet Set Radio. It had a lot of good games. And also San Diego, I just remembered. And also Crazy Taxi, I think was one of them.
Yeah.
It was... I thought it was more of an arcade thing, but I think it was on the Sega Genesis. Anyway, it had the games, a lot of cult classics people definitely remember besides the Sega Saturn. People definitely remember the Dreamcast games. People are nostalgic for the Dreamcast, but it was ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
Yeah. The first time I played Dreamcast, I was in England.
Yeah, and I think I haven't actually played Dreamcast at all until then when I got the emulator, so I need to get myself the consoles. Alright, the two big boys, the Gen 2 and the Gen 1 PlayStation 2s.
Definitely Gen 2S. Definitely. Because not only do you got like a whole bunch of banger games like God of War, Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, just to name a few, but also people got a PS2 because it also played DVDs. So like with how expensive like DVD players were back then, why not knock two birds with one stone and just play video games and get DVDs? Like every one of their grandmother basically got a PS2 because of his DVD drive.
Yeah, and the original PlayStation 2 will go to its A rank due to the fact that it did have some issues, but PlayStation 2 had some more issues along with it as well, but it did do pretty well.
Also, Gen 2 was skinnier. Like, it was very... You could slip it into your backpack if you wanted.
Yeah. Wait, was the Gen 2 slim?
Yeah, it was a slim.
Oh, okay. No, I'd swap that myself because the slim had really bad overheating problems.
Yeah, actually, I will have to agree with that. Because I've gone through 3 PS2 Slims and they don't fucking work. So I had to go back to the original format of the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, isn't that ass backwards?
Yeah, if you don't have a well air-conditioned home, if you have a PS Slim, don't play it for more than like half an hour at a time.
Yeah.
Because it can burn up.
Yeah, it can seriously burn up. Alright, now we're in the more familiar territory. We're in the Gen 7. This is where we became the true collection of gamers. So, the Xbox... Oh god, there's so many Xbox 360s. We have the Gen 3, the Gen 2, and the original Xbox 360s.
Oh, the Gen 3 released around the Xbox One did? Because I think you're I think correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think they released that one because I don't know if y'all remember when this was the old CEO was there when they were promoting that the Xbox One was gonna require an internet connection. So you had to have internet to play the Xbox One. So like they also been releasing Xbox 360s, which is the Xbox 360e with the more like boxy look because people were gonna play more, I guess, Xbox 360 games. And so that went out the window real quick as soon as a new CEO came in. But like it's from my experience, it's still the same as like the Xbox 360s, which by the way, just go ahead and snap Xbox 360s all the way to S. Just do it.
Oh, the Xbox 360S.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just do it. Just do it.
Just okay, straight to S.
Yeah, that's the
for
one
me-
like everybody got. The Xbox 360, the Ring of Death. Y'all remember the Ring of Death? It had
still
issues. I had issues with my Xbox 360. It also required an external hard drive. You have to like put like on the top.
Yeah.
I still remember that.
Yeah.
You had to slide it back on, which just slap it back, slap it on, which costed like $50 to $60 for one. But with the Xbox 360s, it came with a hard drive like installed,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it had a lot of great games to go along with it too. I mean, a lot.
And that's why I put the Xbox 360 down to D because of that particular issue.
Yep.
Now, the Xbox 360E, however, that could go up to A.
Yeah, it's the same thing, really.
Same, it's pretty much third verse, same as the first.
But also,
it's-
it just looks cooler. Just look at it. It's so cool.
It does. It really does. All right. Now, all of us have played different variations of Nintendo DSs.
Yes.
So, let's get
I had-
right into it.
The DS. Where to
Oh, wait,
choose
hang on,
from?
Dren, hang on, Dren. You said you have played some. You played some of them.
I had the original, right there.
You only
I did
had
too.
the original.
No. I've had several, but there's so many people that haven't played the original because it was very short-lived when they started coming out with better versions.
Yeah.
But
So
the original stands out as an innovator to me.
Yeah,
So,
I
you
had
know-
the turquoise one.
I'll throw this one in B because this one is pretty much a good innovator. Like it's the middle ground. Like it was good. It was also a little bit bad because of some particular issues that had came across as well. But it is a very good innovator that actually made Nintendo make more better Nintendo DSs. Plus
The
Nintendo.
touchscreen.
Yeah, actually no, sorry. Put it to A because it had the Game Boy Advance port to it as well.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
why I played.
Get
Yeah,
away!
I-
I forgot about.
Oh yeah, it had it. Yeah, like I remember with my old old DS that was exactly like that. The top screen began to like die out, right? So it was
Yeah.
completely out. I just had the bottom screen, which was perfectly fine because of the Xbox not the Xbox, sorry. Excuse me. The Game Boy Advance port that it had along with it. So
Yeah.
and all the Game Boy games were played at the bottom screen, so like I had no issue.
Actually, you know what? I'll throw this one up in S as well.
If you're
'cause
gonna do
it-
that, then might as well add the DSi to S as well, because it had like a whole bunch of programs, like Flipnote Studio, for instance.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
that's a lot of artists first. Like,
Yeah.
animated.
Yeah.
I
See,
would
with
drop
DS
DS Lite down to A and leave DSi there.
Okay, fair. Though DS Lite had the Game Boy Advance, still
The DSi didn't
meant-
have that?
no DSi didn't have that.
Oh, well, jump
That's
it
why
back
I-
up to jump
Yeah,
it
that's
back
what-
up.
That's what I was about to do. I was like, the DS Lite had the Game Boy Advance port still managed to go with the original DS, but still had the Game Boy Advance port, but it managed to become a little bit more better and better.
Sorry
the
about that.
DSi's, yeah, DSi started to become more better because of because it had Wi-Fi now. But what killed it was also losing the Game Boy Advance port to it. So that means we couldn't play Game Boy Advance games. And even then you have Wi-Fi and manage to get all the DS games on the DSi or the DSi XL, you won't be able to get any Game Boy Advance games along with it. So both those two will go straight to A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the Wii Mini and the Wii.
The Wii. Okay. The Wii, to me, I would put it at. I would put it in A. That's just me. I would put it in A. Just because, like, the gimmick, the Wii motion, sometimes it worked, especially with Wii Sports, and other times it don't. And also, people were good. The only people, like, who owned a Wii pretty much, like, got it for Smash Bros. That's just me. And games that didn't have that motion gimmick.
Yeah, I think with that in hand, then the Wii Mini will actually go to C here because, let alone this is actually well, Wii Mini and the Wii Gen 2, if there was. Wii Mini and the Wii Gen 2 are gonna go to C because even let alone, yeah, you are able to play Wii games, but what made the Wii more different from the other variation of the Wii's was because of the ability to play GameCube games if you didn't have a GameCube.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so the Wii will stay up in A, the Wii Mini and Wii Gen 2 and 3 will stay in C because it's no point of getting the Wii Mini if you have the original Wii that allows you to play two separate games with the GameCube or the Wii.
Yeah, anything with backwards compatibility is a big yes for me.
Definitely.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
Now-
we're approaching that right now.
Yes. The PlayStation 3s.
So the original
Now-
PlayStation 3, I want to say, also played PS2 games, but not the Gen 2 or Gen 3 for some reason. Only
No,
the original.
Only the original. Gen 2, Gen 3 could not play it.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But I want to say the original PS3 model was short-lived. Also because it was stupid expensive at the time.
Yeah, it was that case, yeah.
So I would... But still, like, I'm not getting that wrong,
But
am
also-
I? I played PS2 games.
It played both PS2 and PS1 games.
Okay, I would jump that up to B.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
think
exactly
B
put it
would
at A because it was expensive. But,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, don't.
you definitely had, the PlayStation IPs. You also had the Kingdom Hearts collections.
Mhm.
So, I would slab the PS3s to A.
The
Oh.
Gen 2 and Gen 3.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I guess both of them. I don't have much experience with the gens. I didn't have a PS3 at the time because, like, when I first moved here, me and my brother, we were still kids, right? So we did like a whole bunch of yard work, right? Trying to earn up for our console. And then my parents were like, okay, you earned enough. Now you're going to have to decide between the both of you which console you're going to get, the Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3. And I'm like, bro, why don't we just get the PlayStation 3? It's not only cheaper, it comes with more storage, and it comes with a few games bundled along with it. But he was like, no, I want Halo. I want Xbox 360. I'm like, fine, I guess. So I don't have much experience with, like, PlayStation 3. But wait. You could play PS1 games on there through the PS Network. You could do that.
Yeah,
So
you
I'd
could.
say it's earned its rightful place on A.
Yeah. All right.
Here's
Yeah. And sorry, Jen. Go.
I was gonna say, right now, PS3s are becoming useless bricks.
They pretty much are.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Because-
Which is a
PlayStation
shame
Network
because
is
I want to go back and play PS3 games, most notably Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last update is killing the
yeah.
use or whatever. So
Yeah, the PlayStation 3 store network. Yep.
yeah, so and they made it to where you can't even use the disc drive to play games.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
You haven't heard that? Like you cannot use it. Like people it sounds like all you have to do is change the CMOS battery, but that doesn't work.
So wait,
That-
you're saying so let me get this straight. You're saying the disk drive As in, like when you put in a disc into it, it will not play.
Yes, the software will not read the disc.
What?
When I say they're becoming bricks, I mean they are becoming
Literally, they're dying. They're on the way. And to think, it just feels like Sony's killing them on purpose.
Yeah, basically, if you get into a position where, like, say the battery dies, the internal battery, you're pretty much gone.
Isn't that every console though? They pretty much have an internal time bomb.
Pretty much, yeah.
For the most part, I think that's the case now. I don't think it used to be, and I don't know if it's just my Sony or if other consoles have done that.
So
Because,
sorry. So how the fuck am I gonna play PS3 games when I got a good condition PS3 there that is about ready to die off? Because
Simple.
Of some backwards...
That's simple. All you gotta do is sign up for PlayStation Plus and get a PlayStation 5. And stream their games.
I can't be fucked to get a PS5.
That
I
solves
seriously
everything.
cannot.
Oh my god.
Alrighty.
now this will start happening like last year, or the year before. So it's not like they're dying off like quickly one by one or anything. So I'm sure you still have plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time, my ass.
Oh, the PSP Go. I never played that, but I did play the PSP.
Yeah, never played the PSP Go. Played the PSP.
I like the gimmick of the little CDs you put in there to play the games. I thought it was cute.
I like the commercials.
You know what? I think it would be B for me. Actually, yeah, it would be B for me.
Yeah, I never had one, but I did play one. I did play GTA on there.
Okay, now this is the last one for the Tiger, the Gizmo.
Gizmodo. I never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never played it.
Looks like a beanbag chair.
Yeah, actually, it does look like it. All right, Gen 8.
Oh no, the Stadia. Oh boy, did it try. It tried. D.
But it failed.
Just no F. Because you know why? Because the Google Stadia is exclusively streaming games, which by the way, it didn't really have any games to begin with, and because of the lack of a success, Google had to let go of all these studios that were all for trying to make the Stadia, a big thing. But the thing is, Xbox and Microsoft and Xbox already had an option to stream their games, with PlayStation back then was PS Now, and with Microsoft, and they're still doing it with Game Pass.
Yeah.
And they had those options, but you can also play other games you downloaded on the console as well. But the Stadia is just for streaming games, which it didn't really have that many games to begin with. Two I could think of on the top of my head were Mortal Kombat 11 and Cyberpunk 2077. That was it. So unless you have like really, really strong internet connections, then you really ain't gonna get much out of this. But I like the idea of one example I can think of on the top of my head is like, why play Mortal Kombat 10, that I think it was a card game on the phone, when I could be playing Mortal Kombat 11 on my phone. I could be playing the actual Final Fantasy 15 game on my phone. I like the idea, but it wasn't really executed that well. I think it was ahead of its time, really.
No. I disagree. I think it was way behind, because the whole thing was, if it had been 5 years earlier and they started that, not only would they have way more games, they would have started out cheaper than anything else, because all you have to do is download to an account with your internet access, and everything would be right there.
Yeah, I think I'm mostly talking about like you get to play these games on like any device you want, but in which, by the way, Game Pass is already doing that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's way behind. Everything it did was already being done. long before it started. So it was bound to fail.
People already
And,
have these options, and Stadia is just trying to nudge itself into the gaming industry.
and the games were already more expensive to download than to get physical copies for other consoles.
You had to buy them too. You had to buy these games, which, by the way, isn't guaranteed going to work because it's streaming.
Mm.
Yeah. So
It's not like Game Pass where you could just pay a certain amount a month and play as many games as you want. You still had to pay for every single game on the Stadia.
Mm.
yeah, it could have gotten away if it had gotten to the game streaming first, like when GameFly was still real popular.
Mm.
If it's towards the end of GameFly, before anyone else had really started getting it, they would have popularized it, and you'd have better features than you would, like you said, being able to play it anywhere, anytime,
Mm.
as long as you have good signal, and
Mhm.
it, the games likely would have been cheaper, and I mean cheaper as in like 15, 20, maybe $30 max.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I believe that.
Okay, fair enough.
They still sold for like $60 each.
Alrighty. 70,
Yeah.
70. Damn.
Some of them were 70.
Okay. Alright, now to the Xbox One gens.
Let's see. So that's the Xbox One S. Xbox. Where is the Series X, by the way? Where is the Series X on this list?
The Series X is actually...
There it is, right there. So that's
Yeah.
further ahead. Okay. I was about to say something about the S, but like, I guess we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Xbox One S. Let's see. Series, the X's. Oh my God, there's so many. I want to say that one, the Xbox One. The controversy with the whole internet thing, I think dimmed it down quite a bit.
So, a C for that one?
Yeah, I think it did. If it wasn't for what's his name, Phil, the guy, the new CEO for Microsoft, for Xbox, if it wasn't for him, coming on in to save the Xbox, I think it definitely deserved like a D or an F.
Yeah.
But I think the controversy was already like the damage is already done. But as for the Xbox One S, I would give it a solid. I give a solid B because this is still Gen 8, so PS4 is on here. The PS4 definitely had the games. It had a lot of games, which
Yeah.
you if you own a PS4, not only do you get exclusives, but you also get other games as well. Xbox just had games. It didn't really have exclusives. It did with Banjo-Kazooie. It did with Cuphead, Super Lucky's Tale, but these IPs you're seeing kind of left the scene to other consoles. Not saying more accessibility is bad, but like the hard truth is that exclusive sells consoles. That's just the cold hard truth.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now,
yeah, that's basically my
about the
gist
X?
of it. The
what about
X,
the Xbox One X?
the
X, yeah.
X is like a zhushed up, like beefed up console. Like it's powerful. So I would put it with Xbox One S. It was more expensive, but it was like zhushed up. Like they promoted it to be like the most powerful thing.
Yeah. So, the question is, how many of you guys have actually bought a lot of Nintendo 3DS?
I did.
Dren?
I've got a 3DS.
But how many of you have bought different variants of it, though?
I bought the 3DS, the new 3DS, and the 3DS XL.
I bought the 3DS. I bought the new 3DS XL. I bought the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL, not the 2DS or the 2DS XL.
Oh, sorry, 2DS XL. Sorry, the new
Yeah.
2DS XL.
Yeah.
I think I got
Wow,
both
there's
three.
so
I think
many.
Yeah, there's so many. me. I lost
I think-
count.
Oh boy.
I think I saw the. I think I have the 3DS XL. It's got the NES controller painted on it.
Yeah. I know where to put the Nintendo 2DS. Right here.
The design is too weird for me.
Like I get it. Like I get it. It was like it was mainly focused towards to the younger audience. It was mostly focused to the younger audience.
And it was
And I
cheaper.
don't know why.
Well,
Yeah,
it was cheap. It was focused to people who couldn't afford the 3DS.
Yeah.
You got the
the-
games, you just didn't get the 3D.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But that, to me, takes away the point.
Yeah. I think the Nintendo 2D XL actually did alright, but not really good, to be honest.
It was just you had the flippy floppies, but it was still like you didn't really have the gimmick there still.
Yeah, still. You didn't have the 3DS. You don't have the 3D gimmick to it. Okay, before we actually jump into now Nintendo 3DS, let's actually do this one first.
I would put it up at S, I would say.
S. All right. Yeah, I would agree with that one as well. I will put it up in S. The 3DS XL.
I would put it with A, I guess.
I would put it on S because I have big, beefy
S?
hands.
Ah, I gotcha.
Well, yeah. So, I'd have the 3DS XL at S because, it's a bigger screen. It's the same hardware, so you're not losing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got a better fan.
Yeah.
And
Now-
more.
Yeah. And the new 3DS.
Let's see. I can only think of two exclusives that were specifically for the new 3DS new 3DS. Xenoblade
Fire Emblem.
Chronicles and Minecraft. Those are the only two I can think of.
No,
If
no,
it
no, no,
had
no.
what?
One more. There's one more. There's new. There's also new Fire Emblem as well.
Ah, so that was exclusive as well?
Yep, that was exclusive for the new 3DS. That was,
Okay.
Yeah.
And it had amiibo support, but back then everybody loved amiibo, from my understanding.
I say.
I say A. Yeah.
Okay, that would go the same way for this one as well. Okay.
Ah, the
Actually-
Switch.
Actually, no. Before we do the Switch, let's deal with the elephant in the room, shall we?
Yeah.
The
Oh my
Wii U. If it wasn't for that controller and the name, the Wii U. Really, the Wii U?
The Wii
If-
U.
If it wasn't for the fact that it was the predecessor to the Switch, it'd be D. Like, it just... Yeah, it just
Yeah.
pissed me off because it was such a throwaway console to me.
And it barely
Yeah.
had any games on it. It had Bayonetta 2. It had Smash Brothers for the Wii U. It had Super Mario Brothers U. Other than that, I can't really think of any bangers.
Nah, not really much bangers there.
And
More so-
Nintendo is usually good with bangers. But I guess all that effort got into the Switch.
Well,
Yeah.
they were trying to compete with, I think, PS4, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Because they were
Both PS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
screwed
both
up.
PS4 and Xbox. Yeah. All right, now let's talk about the Nintendo Switches.
Nintendo Switch, just for the gimmick alone, I would put it with S. Just for the gimmick alone. I like that idea. Because kind of what I was talking about with Stadia, you could play it anywhere you want. Switch is that. You could play it anywhere you want. But
Well,
also, what's kind of dimming it down a little is it's what comes on top of my head are the ports of the game. They're not that powerful. Like, for example, No Straight Roads. You're going to get, like, boss cuts. You're going to get animation cuts. Either people don't know how to port games to the Switch, or it would be too expensive to understand this little dicky little thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've because Nintendo has been the innovator, the Switch really, really impressed me because it's so small, it's very thin, and it very seldom breaks down. If it wasn't for the screen, it'd probably be indestructible.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am so impressed by it, and I still love throwing games in it. I mean, I'm playing Metroid Prime, and it's an old Switch. Like if you're talking about the individual Switch generations, like when they were fixing things in just the Switch,
Oh yeah, I
the
had
new
the first gen too.
Same here.
and it still plays just as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
because it's using cartridges, it's a ROM,
What?
and so little load time in comparison to a CD.
Yeah,
One
that
thing I
is.
will say though is yeah, the Switch is mostly like you said, the Nintendo is the innovator. They had like
Mm.
all the games, which by the way, they had a lot of bangers to go along with it, like Breath of the Wild, which was huge at the
Mhm.
time. It was on the Wii U as well, but forget the Wii U. We're talking about the Switch. but
We're talking about the Switch.
but like I was talking about the like ports for instance, like if you have a PS4 for example, like this wouldn't be a problem if you just had the Switch. Like if you had a
Mm.
PS4 and you wanted to play a game that was also available on the Switch, most likely you would get it on the PS4. It was kind of hard
Mm.
to find games that were that could run completely fine on the Switch, you know. But
Mm.
the games like Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4, Persona 3, and Metroid Prime runs just fine, but also like runs completely fine. But also you get those really big misses like the Kingdom Hearts Cloud version, Guardians of the Galaxy Cloud version. You see where I'm going? These cloud games. Some of these companies
So,
like just do not want to understand the Switch's capabilities, or I guess the Nintendo Switch was built so differently that it would be too expensive to like really get inside and how they could really port their games. So they just added to like the cloud service. Which, by the
yeah.
way, why is Nier Automata like ported to the Switch like just fine? You know, it's not a cloud game. It's there just fine, but also like which is also a Square Enix game. Yet Square Enix wants to port Kingdom Hearts and Guardians of the Galaxy on a cloud version, and even Capcom's doing that with Resident Evil 8.
Yeah. Also, fuck another thing. Another thing with Nintendo Switch, it's actually been getting a lot of shovelware games along with it, but some of them are pretty good. Some of them are just like, nope.
It's kind of hard to like pick and choose like games that aren't Nintendo IPs. Which, by the way, for some reason, some of them are still $60. Why is the original Breath of the Wild still $60 when the sequel is coming up? I don't understand
Yeah.
that, but
Like,
whatever.
give it a price drop. Anyway. Now, yeah. Now the reason why I put Nintendo Switch Lite in the A is because you have that ability to actually play anywhere, but you can't play it at you can't play it on TV.
You're losing the gimmick of the Switch, you know?
Yeah, that's the whole point of the Switch. Yeah. All right.
Wasn't this one made up from Soldier Boy?
Yeah, I think it was the Soldier Boy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I think none of us have played it.
Nah, I haven't.
F. If
You
it's
have
actually Soldier Boy or one, then it's F.
Wait,
Just as Soldier Boy.
yeah. Just put a. Where do you want me to put it?
F.
Just
Just
F.
because Soldier Boy. Because it was a blatant ripoff.
Yeah,
It was one of those 2001 type things.
Didn't he get arrested for that too?
I think
Wait,
it is.
is that what it actually is, or is it? No, it was the Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, that's. What
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
So he named the console after himself.
Yeah. All right. We got the. Oh, so none of us have played the Ouya Inc. Oh, have the Ouya. No. Okay.
Sorry, oh yeah, we didn't mean to disrespect you.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Oh yeah. We had you confused. Okay. The Neo Geo X.
I never played it.
Never
Nah.
played it. Okay. Alrighty. Here we go. We're down to the last 5. Gen 8.
The PlayStation 4, I would say put it in A. I loved the whole gimmicky campaign back at E3. I still remember this. It was one of the trailers. They put out, okay, here's how you can share games on the PlayStation 4, and it showed the the introductory slide, and then literally the music cuts. The guy just passes the physical game to like another guy right beside him. He was like, "Oh, thanks." The video ends.
Yeah, that was so backwards. Like, yeah.
They stressed so heavily that, guys, nothing's changing. You can still share games with other people. Nothing's changing.
Yeah. Alrighty. Now the Gen 2 and the PS4 Pro.
The Gen 2 was like the Slim. It had, well, this is when they were coming out with a second model. They came out with the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim. The PS4 Pro isn't much different.
Nah.
It's not really much different, so I don't see a reason to have it unless you're trying to play Cyberpunk 2077 on it, which, by the way, I have played the game on PS4 Pro. I had significantly less crashes than, the PS4 people. So yeah. I was saved on that part. Now the Slim, it's still like the same. I can't really think of any like fixes or hardware fixes on the top of my head. A PS4 is a PS4.
Yeah.
And it had like a lot of good games, like God of War, for instance.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. Okay, PlayStation TV.
Wasn't that like the little dicky thing that played classic games? That also played PSP games on your TV.
Yeah, it's pretty much a subscription based kind of thing.
Oh yeah, just put it in deep.
Deep. All right. The
PS Vita. Oh no, this is gonna be tough for me. Cause I love my PS Vita, but some of the games on there are Yeah. I like that there's ports to PS3 games on here. I will say that, like the Ratchet and Clank trilogy, the Sly Cooper, Thieves in Time, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. There was Unfolded, Touch My Katamari. Like there was plenty of other games on there. I'm sorry, Touch My Katamari.
let's just leave it at that and just put it to B.
Let's just put it in B.
Like it's a good console, but it's just didn't last long. That's all.
I would love if Sony like attempted, a Switch gimmick or just to make another handheld. I kind of miss the PlayStation handheld era. I kind of miss it.
All right, here we are, the present day. Alrighty, we have the. I don't think any of us have actually tried those two, have we?
Evercade? What's an Evercade?
I don't know.
It's probably like a better version of the 1001 games, I guess.
It's
probably
looks like one of those those people who sell like ROMs at a flea market.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of think of when I see that.
Yeah,
probably just a proper version.
Yeah, let's just leave it at never played because none of us have actually played it before. Okay, now.
Lovely bros.
So the Xbox Series X and X. Y'all familiar like when PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X was very difficult to find, right?
Yeah.
It still pretty much is, but it's much easier nowadays. But back then it was really difficult. They had Xbox Series S's as well to compete with that, but the only issue with that is that it didn't have a disc drive. You had to get like digital games or had to stream them, which, by the way, the Xbox Series X, if you have really good internet, this is a Game Pass machine. Like you can play as many games as you want for like I think I want to say it was like $20 to $30 a month. I forgot, but like you can play as many games as you want, and there's a lot of games on there, even backwards compatible 360 games, and some of them I want to say are original Xbox games, like Blink to Time Sweeper is on there. And Fusion Frenzy. So
I want to get the Xbox X Series X now.
It was kind of, I wouldn't say it was the saving grace during like that era, also the pandemic. Even the Switch did that job for us when Animal Crossing came around. It did that for us, but if you couldn't afford an Xbox Series X or a PS5, or you can find any, or couldn't find any, and you didn't want to switch, then a Series X is the way to go.
Yeah. All right. So this would be A tier, I guess.
Oh no, S. Sorry, I meant S.
S. Oh. Oh, this.
Yeah,
Okay.
that small little dinky
That-
thing. I would
that's
put
A.
that in A, just because of Game Pass.
Yeah. And this one as well. A?
That one's like, I want to say, it was like even more powerful than like just as powerful as a PC. So I would put it in A as well, just because of like it's the most powerful console out there right now, even more than the PS5.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the Nintendo, the Game and Watch.
Oh, I never got that one.
None of us. I guess none of us did.
No.
I don't know what the difference is between the Switch OLED and the Switches itself.
It's
What's
bigger,
the
but
difference?
also the colors are you have to squint a little, but it's a little
got-
more vibrant.
I think it's got better graphics hardware. Not to look better, aside from like the color, but like to process better. I think
A missed opportunity
like-
for the Switch too.
it's a little.
Okay.
Hey, let's not
Yeah.
start the whole fucking. Like, it's a decent console. If my Switch goes out, I'll get it. Like, if I lose my, that's what I'll go for.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then
would
we'll
put
just
it in
put
A because like I thought it was going to be the Switch 2, but in reality it was just like a Switch but bigger.
Okay.
It's a Switch, but bigger and a bit better, but not worth it until you actually lose your Switch.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So we got a Panic Playdate.
Don't know what the hell that is.
What is
I
that
got-
thing? What is that? What in the
I-
Lego?
I don't know. It's like a small Game Boy thing, but I don't know what
It
it's
looks
about.
like a Game Boy Tamagotchi.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a bit of controversy here because
The PlayStation
It's
5. Here we go.
yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of a rant tangent because fuck that fucking thing for it being so expensive. But not only that, it also had its technical issues as well. If you put the console up straight, you can
Yeah.
actually, you can boil the motherboard by complete accident.
Good
Yeah,
thing
so
I
I
have
would
mine
put-
on my side.
Yeah, though it is good, it has some design flaws. Big.
And this doesn't have like the newer one, and it doesn't have both the disc version and the download version either. That looks like
Yeah.
it's just a.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Because
that
which
one's
is-
the disc version.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Uh,
I will say this about the PS5. Back then, at its release, they had like, I wanted to give an example, like 5 exclusives, but 3 of them you could play on the PlayStation 4. So like they weren't really like quote unquote exclusives. But like, so back then, even though it was hard to find, there was no like real reason like to go out and hunt to get a PS5. Like I need it now. I need it now. But now, like in current
Especially with
time, you have like multiple good games like was it Demon Souls? You have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, God of War Ragnarok, just to name a few. And also Resident Evil 4, which by the way just came out. So I would say if you're looking to get a PS5, yeah, get one. I guess now is a good time as any.
So, okay, so you have. It doesn't have the newer one, the newer gen, that would compensate for the flaws that the other one had when you stand it up. So
Yeah, there's no like newer gen right now, which but I think they're at that stage of like as I don't know if they ever solved the chip shortage. I heard that Sony was gonna build more chip factories because they were just gonna do it themselves.
yeah.
mhm.
So it just to be a little bit fair, if this is the download only version of the PS5, that would be good and B. With the disc drive would be A.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'd probably put the newer one between A and S somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because if it fixes the big problem, then yeah.
Yeah, if Sony hears everyone's prayers and start to get onto it, then yes, the PlayStation 5 will go a little bit higher. But for now, it will stay on B. Now we're getting into the ones that have been passed over to several generations.
S, obviously, but it really depends on which one you get, really. But like
What?
mostly all the games that ever come out, like especially indie games, they usually come on computer first and computer only, aka Steam, and then they get ported to like consoles later. Like Pizza
Yeah.
Tower, for instance, I really want to play Pizza Tower. I really want to play Spark the Electric Jester. Are they on consoles? No. So,
No.
like, if you're seeing all these cool games that are coming out, either they're better on PC or they're only on PC.
Well,
And
the
I
good thing.
think. Oh, sorry, Jen. Go.
I was gonna say the good thing at least about that is those are independent.
Uh huh.
Like those independent creators. So that's the main reason they're not on other consoles. So they want to port it, I'm sure, most of them, but yeah,
And the
that's
reason.
I'm mostly old school myself. I just preferred, since I work on the computer, really, I work on videos, I work on drawing. I'm old school. I prefer to just be in the front of a TV with my controller in my hand and just play games, you know? I'm
Yeah,
old fashioned that way.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off. I'm actually a bit of a hybrid of the two. I actually like working on videos, but I also like working on games. But when it comes to playing some old school games, I would actually plug in my PS2 or Xbox or Wii, whatever, and just play those games with such sweet nostalgia, coming down. Let me word that correctly before I actually make this as an innuendo. Come rushing down to my brain, rushing to my brains of the sweet childhood memories. Man. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. So we have the Shield Portable and the Shield TV.
I never even heard of them.
I think none of us have actually played them before. Especially the OnLive Cloud.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's gonna be very good. All right.
Okay. The Stream
Now,
Deck and the Stream Link.
You know what? There is a reason why Dolphin Emulator is going on Steam because of this thing. So I want to say, just because like this is literally a little mini computer, you can mess with the hardware any way you want. It's literally a computer. I would put that over on S.
Yep, S it goes.
Yeah,
You can
that's what I
pretty
was
much
thinking.
play any Steam game on there, whether it's out or in the dock. Which, by the way, it does have a dock. I would put the Steam Deck on S.
And
What's a
Yeah,
Stream Link?
think of it like a Stream Deck, but it's like like a console kind of thingy.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like so you can put it on TV, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So okay, so I really like the idea of the Steam Deck. I probably won't get one unless I'm on Steam more, but it fills in the exact gaps that all the other consoles don't.
Right.
So everything that you want, you can play those independent games, and Steam is just a really good place for people who can't afford a lot of expensive games to find all kinds of cheap or even free games.
I was kind of a little off-putted a little bit because of the controller's design, but apparently, from what other people said, it works just fine. And it kind of also kind of solves my issue when I was talking about Switch ports, which, by the way, are more powerful on Steam on computers. So not only do you get don't tell Nintendo emulate emulate games with the
Escalated.
Steam Deck, but you can also play other games through Steam. Just don't
Most
tell Nintendo.
Oh, you just said escalators. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
How else
I
are we gonna
think-
play your games? How else are we gonna appreciate them?
Oh yeah, most
Oh, I'm sorry, your emulators cost money.
I want to play Pikmin. Are you gonna port Pikmin? Didn't think so.
They probably already have.
Alrighty, I think that's our tier list done.
I'm still finding my PSP and dead Vita. I actually found my Vita. It's on the couch. But like,
I,
I haven't messed with it in over a year. But like, it's funny because I get the occasional glance at it, like, oh, there you are, and then I put it back down.
I should
no,
play. Proceeds not to play.
Uh, I think, yeah, let's go ahead and save this. But also, I think we should end the stream with a banger and let Dren have fun with those Zelda tears.
oh God, yep. All right, let's do it. All right, Dred, let's actually end this on a high note for you.
I have little to
Which
nothing to
one's smaller?
offer when it comes to Zelda games, so this is all on you, bud.
Yeah, which one's
so,
smaller? This one? Okay, that's
Dude.
relatively cool. But mainly because it's like 11 o'clock. And, yeah.
all
Okay,
right,
so...
go right ahead, Dren.
Alright, so this is just all me?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so let's put the first Zelda. First Zelda is going to be S tier, because there was no other... It was the first game to have, like, an actual save feature. Wind Waker, the first one for GameCube. I enjoyed it a lot. I'd put it probably in A.
Hey,
Because I
Dren.
haven't beat...
I don't know if you noticed, but there's also an SS tier on top. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I am aware. I am very well aware.
Oh, okay.
I need you to calm down. Calm down.
You're already like putting Zelda on S tier. I'm like, did you mean SS?
No, I think I need you to understand, because it's not a perfect game. Okay? Again, it's an innovator. It started a lot, but it has a lot of flaws, and I feel as a fan, I can't just be blind to all the flaws. I have to recognize it, because otherwise I'll be doing it a disservice to have actual good games in the future.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hyrule Warriors. That's the definitive edition, not the other one, right? Gotcha. Okay, so this one was an interesting experiment, but I put it at C because it didn't do either side as well as what the original source materials had. All right, and that is that Four Swords or Four Swords Adventure?
Four Swords.
Gotcha, GameCube. Okay, so I have this. You can adapt the Game Boy Advance. It's really neat. I haven't beaten it. It's a very short game. I would put it in B.
B. Okay.
Isn't that that one where the short came from on YouTube? Like, hey guys, did we finish setting up camp? And there's like the blue ones, like, I put mine over there so I can sleep.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all remember that short?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. There's another Four Sword, and this one's for the advanced advance.
I haven't played this one. I can't remember which one came first, that one or Four Swords Adventure. But I remember seeing gameplay, and I was really interested, but I'd probably put it alongside B because I imagine it'd be very similar. All right, Minish Cap. Very artistic, very artsy. I'd put it with Wind Waker. It has the same art style, and it gives you that same game feel despite being a different platform. Majora's Mask. SS. All right. What's your guess on where I put this one?
S?
Jor?
A.
I'm going to put it on A.
Oh, what do I get?
Let me explain myself. It took me that 30-minute video by Ego Raptor Sequelitis to realize, oh shit, it's a great game. But it too has particular flaws that I have to recognize. Breath of the Wild? SS.
Hey, Crispy's here. Welcome on in, Crispy. We're letting Dren Hanamata have at it with his Legend of Zelda tier list.
Alright. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages are effectively the same, and as far as I know, I have not had the joy of playing them all the way through. I would probably have to say C because what little I have played just didn't feel the same. Zelda Twilight Princess, a very good game, the best cinematically in my opinion. I would put that S tier, regular S.
Regular S. All right.
Zelda: Link to the Past. For Super Nintendo, also ported to the Game Boy Advance, and you can also play it on the Switch Super Nintendo Online. Now, I will put that in SS tier because I think it perfected the 2D environment.
I haven't seen a D yet. I'm actually kind of
I'm scared.
Don't worry. Triforce Adventures. I think I've played a little bit of this.
I have not.
Don't
Nope.
remember. I'm gonna put that with B because of how similar it is, and it's the best category I can put that. All right. So that one is Spirit Tracks.
Yep.
Looks like. I'm still watching it on Discord, so I've got the 740p or whatever. All right. So Spirit Tracks D.
Oh.
Don't-
Ah, there's one.
I enjoyed what little I got as far as the other game. So Phantom Hourglass is in the same series. Phantom Hourglass I would put in C, just because it felt similar, more similar to Wind Waker, but Spirit Tracks was too far.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh no. Oh wait, never mind.
Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Kind of. I guess I'd put that at B because it didn't know what it wanted to be yet.
Hmm.
All right, Skyward Sword. God damn it. I have to put it in A. I don't know how else to categorize it. I can't see what that one is.
That,
that
one
one?
is that one is the first Zelda, the ported version of. Oh, it's actually the ported version of this one.
Oh, okay. Let's put that one in regular S. Yeah.
And the last one.
The last one, Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. This one is very similar to A Link to the Past. It takes place in the same world, effectively. I don't know where as far as time, but it introduced a few different elements that we hadn't had before. I would say that I put it in S tier. I don't think, because of my age, am at the point where I appreciate it as much as other people who appreciate A Link to the Past.
Hmm. All right, and that is Dren's tier list of Zelda games.
Hey yo. Look at that.
Hell yeah!
So we got Zelda Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, and is that Link to the Past?
Yeah,
Yep,
Link to the
Link to
Past
the Past.
for Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Yep. Then we got Zelda, the Twilight Princess, and we got the port version of Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds for S tiers.
You know what?
We have.
You know what, Dren? I am surprised. I thought you loved Wind Waker.
I do, but I haven't finished it.
Because of like what the experience you told me about.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick. Years ago, I mean years. Like it's been like 8 years. I was playing it. I was playing it for my girlfriend at the time, my wife now, and I was so used to playing Xbox, which most of the games have autosave. You want to know what happens when you get complacent with autosave? You forget that other save features.
Yeah.
So I played for 4.5 hours, and then I didn't save. And I realized as soon as I turned it off, and I was like, "Fuck." So yeah, I really need to get back to it, but my GameCube's having issues. I think it's the power cable. I haven't tried the one.
Oh no, that's not good.
So yeah.
Well, we did end on a banger for this one.
I think we did too.
So we got a few more tier lists that we have to do on our next stream. oh, oh God! How many do we have? We've gone
Is there-
through.
Is there any we need to get sneak peeks for?
Alrighty, well, we will have a little bit of sneak peeks. So we will be doing. You know what? Next week we will be doing create a Disney. We'll be doing.
Oh, so y'all definitely want to do this again?
Oh yes.
Definitely. How about you, Dren? Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'd love to do it again. I can't guarantee time, so we'll have to get back to each other on that.
Yeah.
But
So
we'll see what we can do.
on our next part, on our next stream of doing the tier list, we'll be doing Disney villain tier list, and we'll be doing controller tier list as well. We should. And one more will we be doing the candy tier list as well.
My
So those
teeth are
will be-
crying for help.
Yeah. So those are the 3 that we will be doing next time.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, I'll jump on to my end and actually sign off, and I'll meet you, and I'll meet you back here.
Alrighty. I might as well sign off as well.
Yep.
Y'all, I guess give a special hand to Planetary Ashes and Dren Hanamana for coming on down. And if you're watching over on Planetary Ashes side, Planetary, thank you for having me and Dren. Thank you.
You're most welcome. It's actually quite nice to actually do a collab stream with you guys as well. It's been quite a while.
It has. It really has.
Mm.
So, alright, let's go ahead and start closing all of our ends.
Yep, most definitely. Most definitely.
Anything you want to say, Dren?
Well, thank you guys for having me, despite my computer being kaput.
No problem. Just you being here
worries.
is definitely a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got my phone on a external charger, so I've been outside my house pacing back and forth the whole time.
Oh no. That's unfortunate.
Oh man, it's just because I didn't want to disturb anyone else, and I also wanted to close everything proper.
Yeah.
So.
Alrighty. Well, hope you guys have fun, and I'll see you very shortly.
Alrighty.
All right.
And for those who are watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for coming on down. Thank you so much for being here with us. If you haven't already, be sure to join the JorGoGo Discord and check out my social medias, that being Twitter and Coffee, Instagram, and TikTok. All the links will be down below. I personally will be back either next week or tomorrow. Who knows? With more goofing off in Skyrim. So, thank y'all so much for coming on down. Y'all are a blessing, and I will see y'all next time.